We return to Sands of Doom. Session 20. How monumental, everybody? Yippee
Yay!
yay, yippee yay, yippee yay. I'm super excited. I am very excited for us to dive back into the combat, and in order to jump into it, we've already talked about hero points things, so everybody mark yourselves at 2 hero points each. We get another 2 at the break. And would anyone like to give us a recap of what happened last session as you guys are within what appears to be what's called the Doors of Death? Going once? Going twice? Sold to Anisetta, take it away.
Okay, so where last we left off, we were in the card game. Last session we began in the card game in the Red Dune Saloon. We attempted to play while John, this chronicler, cartographer, suck up, spoke of potentially he went back. He attempted to beseech Rahima to hey, bring me with you. And in an attempt to make a deal, offered up a sketch of the tableau in front of the pyramid. He also let slip that he was attacked by masked bandits. Getting the rest of the group to try to talk to him about this, he bolted, but he left behind the sketch of the tableau along with a sketch of the masked bandit. Anisetta recognizing it as her father, Garrett Thorne, while Mara recognizing it as the man who assaulted the temple so many years ago, killing her family. We discussed what this could potentially mean as far as how long he has lived and decided the only person who would have any sort of information as that would be Helena, Anisetta's dead wife. But before that, the tableau of the front of the pyramid stated that the only way was the word of Anubis. The only way to open the pyramid was the word of Anubis. The miracle of life in breath could open Ankara. Which would imply that Asmara, the priestess who has become known as the words of the pharaoh, or the words of Anubis, was not buried in the pyramid as previously thought, but buried elsewhere. Bringing this news to Zavara, he stated that somebody had found a structure. A man named Fext, who was changed to be a sort of water dispensing man, a sort of a aquatic man, if you will. Realizing that we had just played cards with him, 45 minutes ago, we sped over to him, captured him, and began questioning him, at which point he told us of a small hole in the wall, literally, called the Doors of Death, where everyone died except for him of Mummirat. Deciding that the next day, while the rest of the expedition headed for the pyramid, we would be heading for these Doors of Death, seeking a way to open the pyramid. Before our sleep, we conducted a ritual to speak to Helena, who proceeded to, with gestures, warn us that Garrett Thorne was being kept alive by Heka in much the same way Mara is. Left with more questions than answers, we slept for the night, and in the morning set off to these Doors of Death, which are quite literal doors of death. You must have been judged by Anubis to enter this benign little literal hole in the wall. Anubian structures usually massive, imposing, and opulent. This one, again, I cannot state enough, just a doorway carved into the wall, into a mountain. But entering it, because as it turns out, coincidentally, all of us have died, including Rahima, because technically, Hauke is half of Rahima, and Hauke died. Entering, we found that the entire this ground level of a tomb was false. And basins of water could be filled with the water of Kebehet by our lovely Fext here. And when we filled them with his water, and false doors, or false walls opened, I should say, releasing tomb jellies into the room. And that is where we left off as we were fighting these tomb jellies.
All right, thank you so much. You can take your third recap in this one, or your third hero point in this one can be used at any given time for any allies of yours. Take it, sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so we'll dive back into the depths. And... all right. Jump back to... So, all around you, you are surrounded in darkness. You hear the sloshing of the recently filled basins around you. You see the ruined and pilfered tomb, this place which promised death for those who were not worthy to walk through it or judged to do so, and would die with their treasures within a week from mummy rot by the Pharaoh's curse. The walls are filled with hieroglyphs of vague, unimportant stories of Anubis and mythology, and there are false sarcophagi and statues and false gold waiting for those to plunder it. But as the twin doors explode open, you can see large, disgusting mounds of gold and black tomb jellies crawl their way out, wearing packs, having a shine to them, and bones from those that died within this place that they were able to claim and purify. But as they do carry a twin curse, one the eternal rest of Anubis, the other the mummy rot that was granted by the Pharaoh's curse, they seem to be decaying and aiding your bodies at the same time, and that ends up just being persistent void damage, unfortunately, where you just kind of begin to lose your life. The entire field within here is this kind of cold, dingy air, as though the air here and the sound could not leave the doors themselves, almost as though they themselves were not worthy, the spirits that were bound within here. But now we dive back in, and it was Fext's turn. Fext kind of like throws his arm forward behind Angelique, and he would let out a slashing slice. You see from the center of his palm a beam of light opens before it sends a jet stream. They're doing a resounding 2 damage, and then a second slash. You'd hear him shout out towards you, Arano, as he sends out 2 slashes, and a section of it freezes for you to crush. He says, you're gonna live! Wait.
Don't worry about me.
Right? And he fucking ducks behind cover. He completely just leaves the area of that. He runs across the side of this column, and he goes, oh! And he comes to a sliding stop as he sees a second, way stronger tomb jelly fighting Mara, and he pauses, and he just kind of holds up the torch, takes 1 step back to have like a good view of both. Oh, hold the light! Angelique, that goes to you.
She'll say, thank you, I kind of need that dame. And this is going to be the first time we do this in campaign. But I'm gonna look at this one. I'm gonna devise a stratagem. She's gonna try to figure out what her next move should be.
Yay, devise a stratagem, it's come out!
With a resounding 9.
So you know you're going to roll a 9. So whatever your bonus to either a skill check or a strike, you can go forward knowing that.
I feel like we know enough about them to take them down. We know that they're like slashing does nothing, piercing does a little.
Yeah, you kind of
that kind of thing.
Deduce, you just gotta fucking take them. Like, just keep smashing them over and over
I think
again.
I will attack, and I will attack using paired shots.
Perfect. Combine the damage.
Also the first time this is coming out. So that is 2 shots, 1 with each. So kind of the most unfortunate, 2 ammo types that I could have for this one. Firstly, you cannot perform this action because Ebony's current chamber is not loaded. That is correct. I did not.
Rotate chamber.
Yep.
But did you reload?
Okay. I did because of what we were talking about off session, but it did not.
Okay. So anything that you say is a reload, you have to click next chamber instead of reload. Otherwise, it has no idea what's going on. So you click next chamber on Ebony, and it should let you do this again.
Yeah, okay. There we go. And now we will do... I'm gonna shoot with Ivory first, just in case. Yeah, that's right. That's right, I ended off my turn last turn with 2 shots of both guns. That's a problem. Well, paired shots isn't happening then, so I think I'll just shoot once with Ebony.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna utilize the 9.
Critical hit?
Will be a critical hit.
Well, you're not going to believe this. But it does crit. And it does a resounding. That was the splash damage. So 21 damage. They are not immune to poison damage, despite what you would expect.
Really?
The poison explodes inside of it and begins to swirl around, and you'd watch it begin to biodegrade. What's left of the substance that is making it up. They are able to take the damage. It is, however, it has now persistent poison and persistent electricity, so it's gonna die no matter what very soon here.
Yes. And then for my third action, I will... Honestly, I'm gonna just next chamber Ivory with this electricity.
Sounds good. Then I'll move on to the Tomb Jelly over here.
Yep. Also, its frightened should have gone up by 1.
Sure. I would say that...
Because I credit with Ebony.
Sounds good.
I don't think it's gonna matter, but...
Really quick, Rahima. Murmuration dropped off of it. I don't think it should have, right?
No, it shouldn't have.
That might have been my own problem. Hold on.
I sustained it.
Yeah. I think it's confused. One sec. Murmuration. Hiya.
I can drop it and restart it if you'd like, but...
Nope, it's a spell effect on my end that was a problem. There we go. Now, I believe you critically succeeded. And I know it's been a week, but when you critically succeed, or it critically fails, it takes damage. If it attempts a hostile attack roll, it takes a -2 to the roll. It also needs to move towards you to take the full damage, but the main thing is it's being debuffed by the -2 right now. So, it's going to go for its swing on Mara with a -2. That'll be a hit with a 24. Jeez.
Damn.
Mara, a large pseudopod comes out and just smacks the side of you, attempting to throw you off. And then it goes for another attack. For 27. For 12 more damage. It then attempts to slide past you, kind of amorphously. But I don't think you're going to let it pass, will you?
I don't have reactive strike.
Well, it's too big.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay.
No.
It is going to try to shove you then. Because it wants to get closer to your friends. Got map 10 though. But it is dumb. It doesn't understand. I'll be a 13, a failure. It cannot move you even though it tries to push itself against you and throw you backwards onto the ground. But Mara, it comes around to you.
Foolish tomb jelly. Hit it. I don't have anything else to do. Let's see. Anytime now, dialogue window. There we go. Kerpow.
Look at that. Critical hit.
Kerpow.
All right, stabbing into the side of it with the barrow's edge. You, in the end, will deal 19 damage. Not a small amount whatsoever, as you skewer into the thing and begin to purge it.
Yeah.
The fire burns.
I would like to, with my next action, oh my goodness, my brain.
Drink your foe.
Yeah, Schlurp.
Delicious.
Give me.
So you take half of the damage you dealt, which is 19, so 9 HP.
9 HP. 9. I forget if I click the up. There we go. I love that little module.
Yeah, it's great. And you restore the wounds.
Yeah, and I would also like to do my radiance on myself.
Sure. I don't know if you have your immunity on it.
I will after I use it.
Sounds good.
Kerpow.
And I will mark you with the... What color do we do? Yellow for Mara, right?
Sure, yellow for the Heka.
Got it. As you restore all the damage
let's-
that was dealt, where are you sparking to?
I'm
sorry.
about to say.
I'm sorry.
I'll go to Victor's Wreath.
Oh, excellent. Okay, perfect.
And then for my last action, I think... Can you trip a jelly? I don't think it stands upright. That would be very silly if you could.
You can like flip it around to confuse it, from what I understand. But I'm gonna be so real with you. I'm like putting my hand on your shoulder. I don't think you can miss hitting this creature. Lowering its AC won't do anything.
Fair. I just wanted to waste actions. I'll just try and hit it again. Kerpow.
That's a hit.
Thwack.
Another 12 damage. It takes that in full. All right, that's a what? 32 damage, 31 damage. Not bad at all.
Yippee!
All right, and that'll be the turn. Holding strong against the Doom Jelly. You do, however, take 4 void damage. You can roll me the recovery. Rahima, that brings it to you. Your sustain ability should have showed up for you. If you want to sustain Murmuration and Blood Ward, it would take you 2 actions to do so, or you can pick one or the other.
It only showed up for me to sustain Blood Ward for some reason.
Odd. Okay, I apologize. Well, I will just consider Murmuration sustain. Let me see. 1 minute, once per round. If the target, right, it's only so Murmuration works once per round. So if you sustain it, I'll put it back on him.
Okay, do you want me to recast it or
Nope.
just okay.
No need. You just can let me know because it's gonna take up your second action, so you won't be able to cast a spell if you do this.
But unfortunately, all of the actions that all of the spells that I have aren't super duper great for this, unfortunately. So I will instead
I actually looked into it. Go ahead. I actually looked into it just to let you know we had this come up in another game. Gouging Claw can do piercing damage.
Oh yeah, no, I'm aware. I'm
Okay,
aware
okay.
of the different kinds of damage it can do. It's more just like, would it be worth it to get into combat, especially since I would have to move. It would take me 3 actions to get into range to hit one of these guys.
For sure, for sure. Okay.
So yeah, I'll sustain both.
All right.
So that's 2.
Keeping up the Blood Ward and keeping up the Murmuration. It looks like it is also being hampered. If it tries to shove and go forward, it's going to take more damage. But it again has its -2 to hit Mara.
Kind of want to just get out my sling and start throwing rocks at it, to be entirely honest with you.
Whooping. Just bounce it off its head.
Yeah, because unfortunately guidance shouldn't do too much here. Oh, actually no. Let me check and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll oh, also, yeah, Angelique's is gone. I will cast it on Mara. To Mara. There you go.
All right, and it's
Yippee!
been a while since we've seen guidance. I'm pretty sure it's like the call or a shape in moving and feathers. Excellent. The tomb jelly over here. It's his last turn. Okay, let him do what he wants. He is going to attack Orano. Let's see. With his good old Frightened 3. You know what doesn't matter? A natural 20. To deal 30 damage to Orano.
Ouch!
As he
Jesus
slings upwards,
Christ.
the small distraction from Vex is enough for Orano you to get slammed into the side of your head, and you see a skull crush across the top of your horns. You feel dazed for a moment before it goes for another swing. These guys are rolling real good. 21.
Oh no.
For another 14 damage. Okay. With a critical hit and a slam downwards. You're dropped to 0 HP. Any reactions?
No. I don't have any reactions when that happens.
That's for other party members. I know that there are party members that do have reactions when people go down.
We do?
Yeah, I do not.
You might be thinking of Ignis.
No, I'm thinking of Rahima.
I
Are-
do?
Are you sure? March has something, but
I have portents of the Haruspecs if I wanted to know.
How to kill him better.
Yeah.
Alright, alright. Okay.
Is that what you were angling for?
Yeah,
You
I
learned how to
was.
Kill Orano?
Yeah, I was.
She doesn't dislike him that much.
But I will say this, you can use portents of the Haruspecs on enemies for Orano going down.
I can?
Yeah, because you see kind of in the creature's wounds as they fall, what damage will be favored next to use it for your allies against your enemies. So the next time before the end of your next turn that you or your allies deals that kind of damage to an enemy, doesn't matter which enemy, they have weakness equal to your level.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it does not
all right,
actually
sure,
specify
then I'll just
that
do
you have to use it on Orano.
Yeah. Fire! That's very useful, actually. That's going to... Oh, I don't know why it's doing it. Oh, it makes me... Okay, alright. You know what? Ignore that. Hold on.
Oh, I see.
Hold on. Okay, he's got weakness 4 to fire. Man, that's like the exact perfect thing for Mara's flaming weapon.
yay!
If you...
I didn't realize how that worked. But
No, it's okay.
fair enough.
If you have anything that you want to like, if you have any ideas on like how that would be flavored, how like it would look, you're more than welcome to.
I'm so sorry. You cut out a little bit. What was that?
I was saying if you have an idea of what portents of the Haruspecs looks like for you, you can describe it because you're taking the portents and watching as your ally falls, and you're able to turn that into a weakness upon an enemy.
I'm not going to lie to you. I did have a description for it. However, it relied on that enemy dying bloodily, and Orano has not done that. So I don't really know how to describe it, honestly, in this case.
That's
I
okay.
didn't realize it would be. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now, above table. I love portents the Haruspecs because it makes your friends going down a boon, which is not like
Yeah.
something that shows up very often as like a class. But in either case, I am going to pass over to the tomb jelly here. He was going to move because he's out of range towards Aniseta, but that is its last action that it will do. Its turn will end, and it will like rear down to absorb Arano, and in that moment that it does, it just with a flash of poison and electricity dies down into a globule of death. And that leaves it to Arano.
Hey.
I'm just kidding. The way Pathfinder works is that you go behind the tomb jelly now. So your allies have enough time to pick you up. Okay. Sorry, it's been a while since somebody went down. Fext is going to see that, and Fext is going to shout out, he said not to worry about him, but, he did go down. Anybody got a potion? Elixir?
Yeah.
I do.
I can offer either my potion or I have a cantrip deck of stabilizers on my person
I
that
also
he
have
can take.
4 elixirs of life on me.
You would also know that I have them on my body.
Okay, you let him know that?
Well, the party knows. Fex doesn't.
Yeah,
I think-
we would hear.
Yeah, we would tell Vex.
I imagine Angelique, Aniseta, you would point at Arano's, like, purse.
Yeah, point at like his waist or wherever there and go. He's got potions on his belt.
You see Fex is going to turn towards you, Mara, and like he's going to go make the run. He's going to make the run to Rahima, and he calculates it, and he would not be able to stride, grab, and then stride back and be able to have an action. But if it's on Arano, he sure can. So he will rush to Arano with one action, grab off of Arano the item, and then use it on him. It's the only way that he can make it work this round. What would you? Hey, you got a healing potion. You got an elixir of life. I think he would use the more expensive looking one because that was super harrowing to see you die like that. Or I don't think you know the
Hold on.
difference. What?
I'm gonna keep everything a straight buck here.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
Oh no.
Okay, so he's got the ring of distortion, conceals any armor and sheath weapons. Doesn't change your appearance beyond conceal. It's just weapons and armor. Just weapons and armor.
Right, but if it's creating an illusion over that, and my belt and all that is on my armor, I just wanted to,
I don't think you would
make sure that I'm not cheating the system.
You're not cheating the system. Don't worry. He will get in there, and he can. If he was trying to take your weapon or your armor, I'd be more worried. But giving you an elixir, I think, is fine. We're gonna roll a 50-50.
Stealing your shit.
Even is going to be your cheaper one. Odd is going to be your more expensive one. Roll me a d20, Arano. Odd is the more expensive one, I believe, is what I said. So. Wait. That is going to be ignore all this tomb jelly shit. Hold on.
Mhm.
It's because you have him targeted, the tomb jelly. So it's getting you upset. Yeah. So it's gonna be 13 HP to you, and you'll get the effect against diseases and poisons. All right, and that is going to be Fext's turn as you awaken with the Wounded One condition. Aniseta, that goes to you.
Okay. I think she'll kind of give a nod to. I think she'll give a nod to Fext and kind of. All right, we took care of that. Oh shit. She did not know about the second one. I see. I strode. Yeah, I stride and then reload. That's at shame, baby. You know what I could do, actually? Hold up. Chamber loaded ivory. You know what? I'm gonna devise a stratagem on it. If this is a good roll,
You know what
then I
to
can
do.
use it. 11's pretty good.
Very good, especially against a Doom Jelly.
11 plus 13 would be 24, 1 off of a crit.
You won't.
Still. Huh?
You won't be able to mitigate the flat check on shooting a creature in the darkness.
Oh. I didn't know there was one.
Yep, he's concealed to you. But it is only a small chance, so... And there's nothing you can do against it, it's just the chance that happens whenever you're shooting into the dark.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Well, in that case, then... Let me reread something real quick. You can't attempt to strike the target until the start of your next turn. Gain a +1 circumstance bonus from next intelligence, wisdom, charisma-based check.
I can
none of
explain
those
it to
would
you
really
if you
do.
want. Or what are you trying to do?
I was like looking like, would it be useful to do a different kind of check, but not really. We kind of know everything. I'm gonna shoot
Okay.
with the 11.
Yeah, it's like I said, these guys are just really big health sinks. You just gotta keep shooting. Roll me a d20, please.
Yeah. Roll you a d20.
Yes, you're looking for anything above a 5. You're good. That hits.
Bang.
All right, that'll deal 35 damage, which goes down to being 20 damage. Still a very strong shot.
I think she sees the electricity hit you, Mara. He goes, sorry.
No.
Yeah, Mario, you want to take that 1 splash damage.
I know.
Sorry. That was stride, that was stratagem, that was shoot. That's my turn. I think next turn I'm gonna load regular rounds to avoid splash on Mara.
Okay.
But that is my turn.
The Tomb Jelly is going to continue its onslaught. All the best that it can. It is going to attack. At a -2. With a natural 20.
Okay.
The fuck?
For 28 damage. And then it is going to attack. No, it does go for the shove here. It does absolutely go for the shove here. The last time it didn't work as well. It is trying to get closer to more and more people. That'll be a success, so he's going to shove you backwards and move you with him.
That will be his mistake.
Murmuration will kick in. You are correct. You want to roll me the damage?
Yeah, let me. Okay, so it's just 2d4. So here's the sonic. And here's the piercing.
I believe it is a lot more higher than that now. Because that is at its first rank. Heightened, I believe.
Right.
So
I see.
it's going to be double that, but also he critically failed. So he's gonna it's 3d4 of each type. It'll be 6d4 damage in the end.
I see. Do you want me to just cast it again, or?
I don't think the spell is actually programmed to be able to roll damage on itself.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
I see.
I guess because it's
Okay.
such a unique and unknown spell, they didn't spend much time making it a full, like, giving it all of its bells and whistles like a lot of the other spells. You can just roll me 44 more damage. He's not resistant to sonic or piercing. Alright, this is just pure damage, so it's going to be 10 damage plus 3 plus 1. So 14 damage as the resounding scream bellows across him, and there is a ripple across its body as it shoots more of its chunks in every direction. It's going to go for another shove to get into melee with Rahima.
It loves taking damage.
Let's see. Well, we were wondering if an ooze could be prone.
Thank
Mara,
fuck.
you just bring your blade underneath it and flip it like a pan, and it hits the ground as it goes across your body. It is like off kilter for a moment, as it doesn't understand which part of it is forward and backward. But yeah, that is its turn. That goes to Mara.
Okay. Thank goodness. Thank freaking goodness. Okay. First things first. I'm gonna shift imminence. I'm gonna go back to Barrow's Edge. Is the target below half HP?
Absolutely it is.
Fantastic. I'm gonna hit it with guidance. I'm gonna re-roll it
It's
with guidance.
no worries. That is a full-on hit.
Okay. Kerpow.
The flame grows hungry as it will deal double the damage it normally would. But not only that, Rahima's portents of the harvest specs has preordained its this moment when you flip it onto its big side and you see a spot of which there is this strange like grouping, and you hit a weak point for the fire damage. It takes 22 as it is weak to fire, but then the portent is removed.
Alright, let's see if we can finish her off. Ka-chow. Yippee!
There you go.
Yeah.
52 damage with the barrow's edge. I think this does it no matter what, even with its immunity to crits. How would you like to finish this?
I think, as Mara is, like, shoved back and she braces to flip it in retaliation, stabs it once with the fire, she sees the effectiveness of the first strike and she just kind of, like, shrugs, like, oh, okay, let's do that shit again. And just drives the Kevahet straight through it. Like, and just allows the fire to creep through and out of it until it explodes.
You see as it creeps through and burns, it's strange, it bubbles, and when the air pockets into the air around you, right? It's so strange, Mara. You swear you hear as the fire bubbles and broils it, that you hear, and the original words that were said that created the curse that made this creature is expelled into the air around you. And that will be the encounter.
Ow. I have 6 HP.
I will come and help.
You hear Fex go, I am so sorry. Arana, I didn't mean to distract you. Are you okay?
I think Arado, having been force-fed a potion, bolts up, panting hard, dragging the weapon off the ground and grabbing Fex by the shirt, and is like attempting to pull him away from this goo pile that may or may not still be trying to kill.
Yeah.
And realizing that it is dead, and having heard the sizzling from around the pillar, I think kind of lowers his defensive posture some. It's all right, as long as you're unharmed.
Yeah. It didn't get close to me. Thanks to you guys.
Yeah.
Here, and he will like grab you by the arm, and you'll feel the liquids just pour down your shoulder forearm, like all the way down you, as he like exerts himself to pull you up off the ground. And he looks over and says, "I think they're okay too." I mean, and kind of just begins to make his way over with the flame.
Yeah.
I think Anisetta will walk up to you, Mara, kind of look at where like a bolt of the electricity kind of like struck you, and it's just kind of like, sorry about that. I'm used to, Sorry.
I think she's shielding her eyes from the overwhelming light of Amun Ra coming from your face right now. It's fine.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Anesthetic, yeah, can you, put your head, right here? I need the light more.
Sure.
Easy.
You hear Fex go, does anybody know to, he's wounded.
I got it. Let me just, I'm here with Marath first, and then I'll come and help Arano.
Rahima, you turn back towards the wound on Amara, and it's almost completely healed over.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Uh,
Right, I forgot about that.
What the? You see Fex, looking over and, seeing Mara. Mara, I believe you've got improved healing now that you've leveled up, right? It's, every other turn, you heal, 2d8 hit points over and over and over again?
Yeah, pretty much. Within 10 minutes, I'm back to full HP no matter what.
Yeah, you see your scar kind of healing over and the Heka beginning to flow and the golden wounds kind of beginning to scar over. And Fex goes, where can I learn something like that?
Remember when I said that curses can sometimes be blessings? Yeah, this one's mine.
Oh, kind of
you approach over towards Arano, who's fumbling around with his own healer's kit, and I imagine you just slap his hands away.
Yeah. No, let me take care of it.
It's always fucking tomb jellies, man. You see, he looks around.
Dude, tomb jellies fucking suck. I hate those guys. Do you know how many I've run into? It's a lot. It's more tomb jellies than you would ever think would exist.
He shakes. He's nods his head knowingly for a second. And he says, "Yeah, there was one within the archive of Thoth that we found, and the curse of it was the curse of knowledge. And I remember my friend, he got hit by a tomb jelly, and it imparted so much knowledge his ears started bleeding, and he started to mumble incoherently until he died from the tomb jellies. They suck, and they're always different."
Exactly. They've always got some new bullshit going on. Like the one that you just described. There was one I remember. Every time it hit you, if it managed to hit you, it would leave sort of a forever burning scar on your body. That was not good.
What, like a kind of gestures acid?
Kind of, but it was like a fire type of thing. It was clearly mutated from some kind of a fire curse spell thing.
Hey, I mean, tomb jellies are rough, but at least you can run away from them. One time my friend, well, I guess he was there, he was right there. He touched that sarcophagus a bit, and then from the wall, steam salt acid water blew off the side of his face, so. Hey, anesthetic, might not want to be that close to it, by the way.
Kind of silently takes a big shoulder width step.
And this is going to take 10 minutes for you guys to get this treat wounds done. Over the course of it, is anyone else doing 10-minute actions, we'll say? Marana, you're welcome to do one even though you are, treat woundsing. If you have your own healer's kit, you're also able to treat wounds. I think, no, that's just an immunity to treat wounds in general. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I can use Radiance to help out if need be as well.
Right, because it's a 10-minute immunity. So you can, just add it on.
Yep.
Go for
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
Easy 10 HP, baby!
Yay! I just reloaded my guns.
Wow.
That's all.
Perfect.
That's just a couple.
But that doesn't count with battle medicine, right? I thought it was just
No.
the one.
Mara can heal everybody in the party 10 HP every 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, does that go for everybody, or is it just one person?
Everybody.
Oh, shit. Oh.
You see Fex just says, I appreciate you guys being so tough. My friends would have run. We would have had to get a whole group of... Ah! And you see like, puts up his-
We
Sorry,
have got to
I'm
turn
still-
down the brightness on that fucking halo, man. It is oppressive.
I don't fucking know how to touch it, man.
Well, the problem for Fex when he puts up his hand, you can see his bones in between it. You can see his like face because it's like a X-ray vision to an
True.
extent, and you'd see that his like hands have become like almost hollow to an extent. His bones have changed, and you can see that through his like bones, there's just water flowing through him like veins.
Shit, hold
Nice
up.
crit.
Hey, get that! I don't. You see, he like
No,
bags him.
she's looking at his hand.
He like
Yeah, and he backs up.
he puts his hand in it, and you notice when you look at it, you can see like for a moment his circulatory system, just as you know anybody that comes near that the light that comes from your halo is. And he like holds his hand out, and you notice something. You've never seen him be hurt before yet. There's no blood in his body. It's just this blue substance.
Ooh. You yeah, you got really changed, huh?
It's just one drop.
Well,
That's all you need. Ask me how I know.
wow. Yeah.
I don't know why it didn't apply to me, but I'm also immune to my own battle medicine for 1 hour.
I gotta drag it on D like this. Well, bam.
Okay.
But
Hey.
give me one moment. I apologize. Back in 2 seconds. You
Yeah.
guys can roleplay amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I don't know how to adjust. I don't even know if I like can touch this.
Try thinking really hard about it.
Mm-hmm.
She like closes her eyes. She thinks about it really hard. It gets like a touch brighter.
Just ash
Oh.
babied.
Stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about
Oh,
it.
okay, okay. I don't. Is it possible for me to even? Hang on.
So-
Oh, go on.
No, sorry. I was just gonna say, above table, I actually do know how to adjust it, I think, if you want to, but it's up to you.
Oh, like the brightness of it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. It's fine.
I'm glad
Actually,
you
know what?
are.
You know what? You know what? Yeah. Tell me how
Is
to
it-
adjust it.
Is it
I'll
bothering
adjust
you as a player?
It is blindingly bright, but it doesn't
Okay,
happen often
yeah.
enough for it to,
Uh,
like, bug me
it. No,
that much.
Is
Let's
it,
tone it down
is
a
it
little,
the
yeah.
light? Is it light?
Yeah, if you go into your token configurations, it should be under light.
Yeah, I do see it, but I am unsure. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I don't know.
You're
if
allowed to futz with it. You're allowed to futz with it.
I'll do this at the very least. Hold on.
Yippee!
Is it messing with you guys' monitors or something?
It is just like, I don't know how it
it's
looks on
too
y'all
bright.
screens, but for me, it is flat white. It is just straight up like
Ah.
blinding light of Amun Ra in my eyeballs.
Could you?
I mean, yeah, it like moves like water, but I also have a light on in this room.
Could you take a screenshot of it? Oh my god! Ow.
If you can see
Yeah.
it on the stream, is how it's supposed to look.
Like,
That's how it looks for
here,
me.
I'll
too.
put it in side chat. This is what it looks like to me.
Okay, yeah. Then it's just crazy bright. Yeah, sorry.
I can.
It's
I,
not your fault. Like I said, this is not something that I'm requesting you to change explicitly.
Sure.
It doesn't happen often enough for me to be like, but
Well, it's
that shit
fine.
is bright as hell.
I
It's not like deathly important to me that it blind everybody.
I toned down the intensity on the white light going around, but didn't change the fact that it changes the colors of things around it.
That's much better already. That is like
Perfect.
a 100%
Okay.
improvement.
Okay. Yay. But yeah, I think she's like, can I touch it? She's gonna try to reach behind her head and like touch where, just like wave her hand around and try to touch it physically.
It just goes right through.
Yeah.
Could I try touching it?
Or
I cannot do that if you don't want me to.
no. Go for it. It's probably for your research.
Okay. She'll try to touch it.
Just finishing up Arano's wounds, you peer over the top of it. You see the symbols, the hieroglyphs, and you bring your finger up towards it, and you do feel this really strange experience. You didn't see this happen to Aniseta, and so it kind of catches you off guard. For a moment, you feel almost deafened and blinded, or at least muted in some way. But then it kind of hits you when you put your hand through it. For a moment, you lose the sensation of Hauke's, and Hauke lets out a cry of, like, surprise.
Oh my god.
At the very brief, like, kind of meddling of your connection.
Yeah, Rahima will put like pull her hand back, like as if she got burned, and she'll be like, "That was strange. I felt like my senses had been muted, and most weirdly of all, I lost my connection with Hauke for a moment when I put my hand in. I mean, we're back now, but like
That's
is odd."
odd.
Instinctively, Hauke jumps on your shoulder.
Alright. I guess that's future advice for nobody to touch it.
Did anything in this doorway look like it wants to kill me?
Oh, you're gonna look down? Give me a seek.
Yeah.
As you look down, Mara, there is this strangity. Also, if you want to throw in a torch yourself, Arano, you put one in your hand. Take it out of your backpack, put it in your hand, and then once it's in your hand, in the actions tab, you have to click torches lit.
Okay.
But you look down, Mara, and the doorways are pristine. There is no touch of rot or wind or air even flowing through this place at a normal rate. The smell down below reeks of embalming fluid, that kind of pungent smell. But more importantly, as you seek and look around, it may have been more obvious on the wall that was here, but now it is not. There are divots sculpted into the staircase of scratches and hands, and you'd realize that they're not real. It's the after effect of void and spirit damage attempting to shape the world in some way. It is as though many spirits have tried over a very long time to scratch their way out of that place down below.
My god.
And it has left kind of like divots in the actual sandstone.
Yeah, I definitely think Mara would point that one out. But otherwise it doesn't look like trapped or cursed?
No, not at all.
That's
Alright.
fucked up. How long do you
Steppy.
think they were in there?
Hard to say.
Do you see anything down there, Arano?
I think it joins together.
That's
Can you
Oh,
see
it
my
goes
light?
further down. No. I gotta teleport. Woohoo! Loading as Mara's tomb! That's crazy. That's crazy. It just tells me that.
That is great.
Nope.
Once you all have descended, let me know.
I lost vision.
Oh.
You lost
Like I moved down the hall and then it's black screen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I got you. Did you get a pop-up?
Sorry.
I see 5 feet. I see my token.
Hey, there we go.
How's that?
You're here now.
There you are.
Reloading. I
I
have
am
no
mousing
vision.
around, but I. Oh, pardon.
You have no vision?
Black screen. Let me refresh. Maybe. I mean, it happened like in an instant, so I'm wondering if I got kicked.
Hmm. Weird.
As
Like, if you look at viewer bot, that's what it looks like for me.
interesting. Give me one moment. Ah! I was attacked by the viewer bot. I forget
Oh,
every once in a
no.
while if I click on the viewer bot, it plays every single sound ever played on the combat at once.
No.
Terrifying.
Explodes Idomera
Yes.
with mind.
Well, also, I think it's probably a teleport problem. Is what
Oh,
happened.
fucking
Can you see now?
pancakes.
Yeah, I got screen now.
Perfect. As you descend, you fall into a small hallway. This is very, very nondescript for its importance, Mara. Down the hall, you see a set of doors with no method of opening it that you can tell. But displayed across it, you can see Asmara, arms crossed, covered in wraps, lying down, surrounded and mostly blocked by many, many figures watching over this body. However, as you look across this place, the walls are carved with reeds. The walls are carved with tunnels and doors in this hallway. And upon entering it, I believe some of you guys have the unholy tag, correct?
Yeah.
Upon entering it, you feel the sensation of dozens upon dozens of spirits attempting to grab hold of you, Mara. Attempting to reach out to you for some unknown purpose. When you walk in here, based off the seek that you have already made, this place is some kind of horrific, overwhelming, disgusting trap of some kind. Maybe it was not intended to be so at one time. However, this place's connection to Anubis has unfortunately trapped many, 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 many spirits within the walls and in this hallway that you are just beyond your vision. You see a few of them, Aniseta, as your light kind of goes across, and if they were stirred into a frenzy for some reason, even by a living creature crossing too close to the doors, they will begin to lash out. Not necessarily to kill you, but to kind of piggyback and drag themselves back to a corporeal form.
Would Mara have an idea of how to soothe them in some way?
Yes, this is a hazard that would need 3 straight religion checks to disrupt it. However, you are confident that if you look at them and begin to use religion, any of you, they will immediately attempt to lash out and attempt to grab onto you and harm you. So it is going to be weathering them while you are attempting to do this. There is a massive, some kind of pot, some kind of like what you would boil tea into or tip. You'd recognize it to be like a thing where you'd store hookah or something like. It's ancient, well made, and it has depictions of rivers and water across it. And above it is a inscription on the wall in hieroglyphs that those of you with Anubian can read, though not ancient Anubian, so you get the full thing. It simply reads, "A drop of life to prove thine chaos."
A drop of blood, maybe.
That would do.
Let's try it! Woohoo!
Never mind. Go ahead.
What's up?
No, Arano's too dumb for that. Go. Do it. We'll see what happens.
That's too dumb for that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and offer it a little bit of blood.
Okay, there's a stopper on the top of it. Do you open it?
Yes.
Inside, you see beautiful clear water.
Water. Oh,
Yeah.
water is life in the desert. Yep, okay, that
It's
makes
like-
sense.
Yeah.
I need you to. A smell hits you, Mara,
Yeah.
and Rahima. I need both of you to give me recall knowledges.
Okay. Boop.
Both of you recognize the distinct smell, preparation, and care put on this artifact or this relic. This it's not. I should say it's more of a container or a relic to contain droplets of life. The both of you smell it. The water come out, and you recognize what kind of water it is. There's no real good way to get rid of the smell. However, you both would recognize that this is the water of, quote-unquote, a life, TM. This is when somebody is dehydrated from mummification, and their water, their hydration in their body, is distilled into a liquid and poured into the receptacle.
I ain't got one of them.
Yes, unless... pardon?
You both would, I'm assuming you'd be able to pick up on it, that this is calling for the water of a life.
Well, I don't have any recently deceased mummified individuals to slurp water out of.
Bex, would you mind... Do I think that Vex, like, his strange, like, water, like, blood type of deal that he has going on, do I think that that would be something analogous to this?
It could. I think you wouldn't be able... I think it's such a gray area that's just like the doors, right? What is truly going to apply to this thousands-year-old container? Fex kind of looks over and says, "Can we drink it?"
No. I am sorry, but could you try and contribute a drop of your blood, quote unquote?
What? I mean, is this like a sacrifice of some kind? Am I gonna...
You're not gonna die. You won't die. It's just a drop of blood. It only calls for a drop of blood.
Okay.
Of life. Yes.
Drop of life. All right. Yeah, I can. I guess I could do that. I mean, it's you guys eating me. You guys are getting me out of here, so gotta be on my best behavior. He'll like move up in between towards it and look at you, Mara. And like look like am I good? It's okay?
She nods.
I don't really... I have a dagger. Does it need to be like a special dagger?
I can I mean it's not special, but I know how to let blood without, it being too painful. I wouldn't want you to just open yourself with a dagger.
Yeah, that's fair. And he like holds out his hand to you, like this palm up.
I'll like pierce it with a very small, like almost surgical blade that I have, and hold like his palm above the receptacle to drip it in.
Okay. You would see him kind of like the droplet would, and you would see it's dark blue as it falls into the receptacle. When the droplet falls, you would see his hand fall downwards with it as though like gravity kind of pulls it. And you would see him put his hand on top of it. He'd go, Rahima?
Yep. Okay, so I assume that it's trying to drag him in.
You would see his hand on top of it, and he looks over towards you, and when you look at him and you see his face, you begin to see the blue is turning into normal skin tones.
Wait.
Oh my god, did we just tell him to give away his blessing? Oh no.
You see,
no.
He
No.
looks at you curiously and then looks back, and you would see his face begins to like twist for a second. His eyes begin to like dim. You see they begin to turn like gray. And then there's a moment where he looks at his other hand and the blue is turning into the browns, the whites that you made him up. And he kind of looks down at it and towards himself, and looks curiously up towards you. Is it... I feel hot. I feel weird.
I think it's
Is-
turning back to normal. I think it's...
Normal? I don't... It's my gift.
I think...
He looks at you when he says this, and then he looks around to all of you with a bit of fear. And you'd see his left eye begin to droop off of his face. About 20 degrees off angle and begin to shift, and you'd realize his skin is beginning to melt like wax.
I don't know how to stop this. I would very much like to.
What's happening?
Vex?
I just grab him and yank him.
You want to pull on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try.
Go ahead, give me a reposition or a shove against this object.
All right.
You grab him and you pull backwards, and as you throw him backwards one step and onto the ground, the massive reliquary falls down with him. It's attached to his palm, and it pours the water all over him.
I'm trying to catch it.
It is attached to him. It's going to be at that angle because he's getting pulled backwards, so it's going to be on an oblong. Do you want to try to catch it?
But I'm right next to it. Yeah, I want to try and catch it.
Okay.
See if we can separate it through other means.
I would say
don't know.
you-
I feel like smashing it is bad.
You grab it, you grab hold, and you hold onto the other side, and you hold it up. As this happens, and you've pulled him away from it, are you tucking him onto the ground, or are you just holding him back a distance? Orano.
I was pulling him backwards. I
Perfect.
wasn't trying to pull him on the ground. I'm
No
yanking
worries.
him back.
So as you yank him backwards, this thing attaches to his hand, and it's held up now at like a completely sideways angle. Mara, you're holding onto it by both of its sides, and it doesn't seem to be pouring anything out from either of them, but as it tilts onto its side, in order to actually be, to follow him, it pours the liquid down his forearm, and you would see his entire forearm, it begins to turn indigo blue. Like, virulently blue. No bones underneath, no nothing, and begin to become stringy. And you'd watch as his other hand begins to do the same as he puts his hand on the side of it, try to push it off of him. He goes, let it go. And he tries to shove, and you would see his mouth begins to disintegrate into a congealment of skin and
Okay,
substance.
I don't care about the consequences anymore. I'm gonna throw this thing on the floor.
Okay. You let it go.
I don't want our friend to die.
His arm falls down, and it kind of just sits there. It's very well made, and so it mostly just bounces, but there's a small crack that goes across it. The water spills onto the ground, and he looks down at his hand, and his head begins to turn more into like a cone shape. You'd see his skin crawling down. His clothes begin to meld into it as though it's all becoming liquefied as he looks down at it. And you'd watch as his hands begin to spread. He brings his other hand down towards it to try to take it off, to try to put his hands near his other arm. And you'd see it matches and begins to turn into tendrils. And you'd see him looking down in confusion. He begins to look up. His head is this weird faced shape as Fext is beginning to transform as he looks up and around towards you all in fear, in these gray, gross eyes. And he turns around and begins to look, and you'd see he looks at you, Mara, and you'd see it look towards your chest, and you'd hear and brings up a tendril towards your Heka.
I don't like this.
And he is going to attempt to reach out towards it.
How much do you not like this?
I don't really know what's going on.
We can take a quick break, or we can immediately roll initiative. Arano, you grab at Fext, and you grab onto the shoulder, and you feel it congeal, and you attempt to pull him away. In the moment that you do, it grabs onto you, and you feel yourself beginning to burn. The doors behind you begin to open in response to this offering, revealing a massive chamber. You see this thing flip around on you, and it goes to grab you, Arano, and in that moment, as it holds on to you, begin to feel your skin burn, and he is attacking you in some manner or shape or form. And we're going to roll initiative. Angelique, you've been quiet over there.
Kind of horrified.
We can take a quick break if you guys want to.
I think that
Yeah,
might
I think
be
that's
the
a good
best
idea.
play.
Okay,
I think that might be the best play.
sounds good. I'll bring us over to break. As we come back to it, we have started an initiative roll. The spell scar is going to make a... I don't think a perception check would work here. I'm going to say... probably athletics. Okay, not too shabby. Rahima, Angelique, what do you guys want to roll for yours?
Hmm. Can I do Arcana?
Yes, absolutely that would. The indigo that's running down the arm and then turning into teal, like the water, you'd recognize that this is the same kind of arcane magic that you saw within the Anubian Museum.
Awesome.
I'm gonna roll occultism for mine
Okay.
with good old 10 paces, but I'm not drawing a weapon or stepping.
Okay.
It just lets me get a +2.
I will have Mara roll athletics because it's trying to get a handle on calm him down.
Okay.
Okay. Top of the round is Mara. I'm going to have Mara immediately roll recall knowledge to see what's going on. There we are. Okay. Mara would inform you guys of what's going on, as well as Mara will know this. Three things have occurred at the same time here. One, the reliquary is attempting to take the droplet of life of Fext. Fext should be dead here. Fext should have died for donating any water whatsoever. The reliquary is, however, having difficulty capturing him because of the droplet within his body. They have begun a feedback loop. In that moment, however, the power of the droplet, which is able to purify him of his curse, which was mummy rot, because as you know, he has not died, and thus by crossing the doors of death multiple times, he had garnered a mummy rot. It is all sacking on him at once, and he is starting to turn to sand at the same time as he is attempting to regenerate. He is being preserved while also not being preserved. It is a difficult situation for him to be in at this moment, but there are a few ways to handle it. As he's reaching out to Heka, close to Mara, Mara can see that his hand begins to change. As Mara's light of Heka becomes close to his hand, you see it begin to return into a humanoid shape. He seems to be desiring or reaching out towards the Heka for some safety or refuge. Heka might be able to interact with him somehow. In fact, with how they rolled, might even stabilize this process. On the other hand, the reliquary is meant to contain souls, maintain life. If you are not willing to interact with that or attempt to do that, you would immediately recognize that if you let him go into the reliquary, he will not be dead. He will be contained within it, a spirit. Think like a soul cage of some kind, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That would be their first recall knowledge. I think what they'll immediately do, knowing that information, is that they would grapple him, just to get a hold of him. Which will not work as the dimming of their Heka, because this thing is reaching out towards... Oh,
I'll throw my recap point at that.
sure. Sounds good to me. Make it a success.
Yes.
Okay. Mara will grab a hold of him and attempt to calm him down, as he is desperately reaching out towards a source that he believes will help him, which is Heka. That'll be the turn.
Was that
Hmm?
just passing the Mars passing the last action?
Double recall knowledge.
Oh, I didn't know it was 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I skill stratagem, does that count for recall knowledges?
Yes,
as
it
well?
does.
Okay. I think I'm gonna devise a stratagem because I want to I cannot target him, but
You can't
I'll
target
just do
him.
it anyway.
Yeah, he's not targetable.
What the hell? Here. Wow.
Yeah, I have to. Oh,
He's still not targetable.
You have to go above.
Like, see where my
Oh, yeah,
my
you
comment
do.
is?
Yeah.
You have to go like right here
Weird.
to target him.
So it'll be an 8.
It'll be an 8, and then recall knowledge. Well, Mara already did a recall knowledge. Actually,
You could learn about other things. You can ask about his mechanical situation. You can ask about, how his soul's doing in
Yeah,
there.
you know what? I'll hit that fat recall knowledge. You can ignore the roll. I just did that for my own bookkeeping of actions. It would have been an 8 because of device stratagem.
Yeah, no worries. I can see it. That is a success based on your lore skills. What do you want to ask about him?
Gosh, I don't know. Actually, that's kind of why I am in the middle of it. Was like, oh no, that's.
You can ask me about anything you want, even mechanical stuff if you want to know, like what's the danger of him, like an ability that he has.
Yeah, is this a process that is potentially reversible?
In the moment, as we are right now, not without a significant amount of stabilization.
Mm-hmm.
You would need to grant him a lot, and I think you would immediately pick up on when he reaches towards Mara's chest, and you can see that the Heka begins to change him in some way. It's going to require a lot of Heka to save him.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, I'm going to give you the second thing. As you see his body kind of reshaping, remolding, you realize he's not ever really disintegrating into nothing. It is just, he is like liquefying and then reforming and liquefying. You believe this creature has very powerful regeneration and cannot die in a normal manner. It is a reverberation, a reconstruction, right? However, with stabilization, it might. I'll tell you this above table. He has a regeneration, which means he cannot be destroyed unless it's deactivated by Heka.
I see. I think then, similar to Mara pointing it out, Aniseta would also agree and say that it's possible that Heka could slow this, could stabilize him, could help. Heka could help his condition. And then let's see, that was devised, that was recall. Oh, I was supposed to put skill stratagem on there. Whoopsie. I actually forgot to put the stratagem thing up at the top of my page.
That's okay.
I was not worried about it. For my third action, I could always just recall again, but I truly am at a loss of what to ask for. I'm not sure. Does anybody else have any ideas?
I have a few questions. I do have a couple of questions, but I don't know if Idamara would prefer me to wait until my turn. I can also just prompt you.
You can just end your turn if you'd like to. I'm not sure if you have anything else that you'd like to do.
I don't know of any further questions that I could ask, and I really do not wish to begin striking this man. So
yeah.
I think I will. I think I will end my turn. I think I will pass it to Arano.
Okay, Arano, do you want to delay or do you want to just get in there? You do hear Angelique tell you that he cannot die without Hika.
Yeah.
Having
would say,
Mara, having Mara get closer when originally my plan was going to move him away, since he was reaching for the Haka. Having seen them come to him with that completely changes the tenor of what I was going to do. So instead, what I'll do is I will step. I will drop the torch on the ground.
Okay, I'll put down a light for you guys.
And I will draw my weapon and am prepared to strike if things go wrong here.
Very well.
That's my 3 actions.
Okay, you see the relic attached to his one arm. Goes to Rahima. Rahima, what would you like to do?
All right. Well, first off, oh, that's odd. Why did it transfer my target to Mara? There we are. First off, I would like to. Could I recall knowledge on the reliquary?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Excellent. Think real hard.
You remember, Rahima, Mara talked about how there's like souls just beyond the veil here? Why wouldn't they have been in the Duat? Why wouldn't they be like in a normal place? And you realize there's likely more than one soul in this room. And you believe that they've likely been contained within the reliquary. Fext is being dragged in by the souls, wanting more life. And by him, anybody even dropping their life into it is basically joining them, if that makes sense.
I see. Okay. In that case, would it be helpful for me and Mara to start doing the religion checks?
Yes, it would perhaps stabilize him.
Okay. Then yeah, Rahima will say, me and Mara, we know a ritual that could help stabilize him, but it will take time. And she will do a religion check.
Okay,
I need me to do.
I can provoke it. There you go. Yes, it is actually called the Tomb Hall, okay?
May I use a hero point to make that a success?
Absolutely, you can.
Hooray!
Just roll some privately. Okay, so it's one of the successes. Immediately upon doing so, you invite these spirits. In a manner of speaking, are you trying to seal them within the reliquary with your prayers? Like, keep them restrained? Or are you attempting to let them go? There's 2 directions that this could be. Is seal them in this intervening relic or not?
Rahima is trying to help them move on. That would be where she's trying to focus on.
Okay, you see them begin to flow, and you realize the tendrils that are making up Fext's hands all begin to flow with them as though he is a conduit, out one arm through the other, into the spirits out of the world. They go past Anisetta as this connection has kind of been made, and immediately they all begin to lunge. They reach out of Fext's body. They reach out of every direction within this place. And I need everybody, as they begin to wail and call, and then from the ceilings, from the ground, where they have been bound into this place, they begin to scream. I need everybody to give me a will save.
Okie dokie.
Once you've invited them or attempted to seal them away.
Gotta reroll that.
Okay.
Would this have constituted as our break, and we end up with
Sure, I'm okay with that if you guys are. I can also take our break right after this fight. This situation. What would you prefer? I think a break after this fight's a good thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Is this
Yeehaw.
an emotion effect?
Yes, it is a mental fear incapacitation.
Okay. Then my Lawbringer kicks in.
Can this count as a nature spell?
No, it's divine. I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
I got a critical success. If I roll a success on a save against an emotion effect, I get a critical success instead.
Okay, sounds good. So this is going to be frightened 2 to Mara and Arano. And this makes sense. The both of you guys are attuned to the dead more than everybody else. And you begin to see them surround you, cry out, try to use you as vessels in order to do so, as this place has contained them for thousands of years, and they're finally getting their chance to be free, and they will take whatever means necessary to do so. That is just its reaction upon being awoken, but it is having its own turn from here on in.
Wait. A critical success got me frightened 1?
So sorry. You're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Rahima, that takes 2 actions in order to make your religion check. You got 1 more action on your turn. Oh, no, you did your
was
recall
my
knowledge. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do need to have mine reduced by 1.
Sure. Sounds good. Works for me. Done deal. Now, I will say both of you cannot reduce it below 1, until this place is, purified.
Okay.
Okay. The spell scar, he is not doing well. Fex is having some unstable feedback loops, having some very difficult things. So the first thing that's going to happen is actually a wellspring surge. Spell scars release chaotic power out of their body, just for existing. So we're going to roll on the table. Energy unleashed. So raw energy will deal 2d6 per spell rank, which is 2, and a 10-foot burst around him. So it's going to be right here, so it's going to hit all of you guys. I'm going to need a reflex save against this.
And this isn't a manipulate trait or anything, right?
No, he isn't doing anything. He's not even trying to do anything right now. This is just because the conduit is happening.
Basic reflex. Ouch.
Okay, and it didn't look like I programmed it well enough. I apologize, so I'm going to have to roll these damages twice.
Okay.
Reflex save. Okay. DC was 6. Nope. Sorry. 20. Exactly 20. I apologize. He's a powerful creature. So it'd be 4d6 damage. So it'd be both of these. Sec. And this isn't even like a damage type. This is just pure unadulterated damage. It's 9 damage. So for those that failed, they take the full 9. So 9. And then yeah, so it's DC 20. So if you failed, you take the full 9. If you succeed, you take half.
Okay.
All right, and then for his action, he is going to do what his instincts tell him to do, and that is to grasp for power. He cannot take Mara's Heka without a willingness to do so, and so his instincts will change. His head flips over towards Rahima, and Rahima, he reaches out towards you, and he is going to attempt to take your magic from you. You have a spell cast on you right now, right?
Yeah, I do.
He's
have
going to
my
attempt to
mystic armor.
sap your mystic armor to help fuel him. Is going to be
No.
a counteract check. What is your DC? Your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 20.
All right, he will succeed. So he will strip you of your mystic armor, and it will rejuvenate some section of him, buying him more time. But in doing so, unfortunately, it is not a good feedback loop that you are introduced to, Rahima. You immediately will take 16 mental damage for being
Ouch.
attached to for just even a moment before it saps what little you have left. But that is, in fact, the full... Oh, no, make 1 escape, because he doesn't know what's going on. He's gonna make an escape. He doesn't want to be grabbed. Which would be at map. Escape. And at 25 will succeed. It was not supposed to be on Rahima. I apologize. But he will break free of the grapple.
I'll tell you, crit. Holy shit.
But he'll look around confused. That'll be the turn. The Tomb Hall Trap is going to use its full action to assail all creatures within range. You watch as the walls begin to shift with hands pushing out of them, like pushing through like veils or small amounts of cloth. You begin to see around you, and instead of the column the hieroglyphs begin to turn towards you and reach out, becoming real stone to punch you and grab you and pull you in. I need everybody to give me another reflex save. This includes Vexed.
I'm sorry, I haven't been rolling for Howcake. Do you want me to roll?
He was out of the range of the last one, so he's good.
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna let me delete this guy? Hold on. I'm gonna delete the emanation. Oh, right, it's in the region controls. First, tell me that. There we go. Okay.
Fuck, man.
Dice aren't kind to you right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Should just try to make it a success. But
I pressed the wrong button. God damn it. Okay. Full damage. Be 18 bludgeoning. Critical failure from Mara. Mara, do you guys think Mara would use a hero point to make that a success?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel so.
Half. All right. I think you guys all handled it, right?
I fully zoned out. Success is no damage.
No, it's basic reflex. Success is half damage.
Okay. Sorry. I was copying stuff into my notes.
That's okay. I don't know why it ended the encounter, but luckily it's the top of the round, so we're just gonna go on as this normal.
We're just gonna, yep.
So Mara's gonna make a religion check and attempt to quell the spirits within this area. It's gonna be a religion check. '18's exactly what's needed. That is another success. One more strong religion check, and the circuit and the souls will be quelled. That will go to... Oh, I guess Mara has one more turn. One more action. I think Mara would... Yeah, what would Mara do? Aid? Aid action. Aid action on whoever is going to do the next religion check.
Is
Huh?
Mara capable of healing Rahimo?
Not without sparking a transcendence.
Okay.
Which I can do.
As I say, I don't know the loop and the actions required.
Right now, they're on Barrow's Edge, so they cannot spark transcendence without hurting somebody.
Okay.
Without drinking foes.
Is it possible to aid somebody to lower their frightened condition?
No, it just ends in the end of the turn. There is a feat that is in diplomacy that you can calm people down later on, but it won't help them now.
I see. Okay. Well, shit. Do I really want to try to grab him? I mean, with my fat 0 in athletics.
Just grasp him.
Is it a secret check to athletics him?
Nope.
I'm gonna try to athletics him. I'm gonna try to grapple him.
Okay.
Where is grapple?
Is the extra macro.
What is grapple agile?
If you have an agile weapon or an agile, if you're using a different version of it, you can use agile instead, which helps your map.
Okay. And I'm gonna use a hero point.
Let's see what the roll is first. Yeah, you'll need to use your hero point. Sure.
So I'm gonna use my hero point to make that a success.
All right. He is grabbed.
Make sure that he stays there. Then I. Who's the next person who would be making the religion check? It would be Rahima, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I think I would also like to aid Rahima with the religion check.
Sure. If you roll better, it'll give a better bonus.
Oh, there can only be one aid active, right?
Yes, but you could donate a
Oh.
hero point if you're doing an aid.
This is true. No, actually, oh shit, my religion is only a +1. Never mind.
Yeah, but there could be something that relates to spirits that might help.
True. Like a certain lore skill. What would I be rolling for an aid?
It depends on what you think you would apply. There is no set number.
Oh, right, that's right. Could I use my lore skill of Duat?
Yes, you also could use a lower skill to want to quell the spirits.
Oh my god.
It would work for both of these situations. If you want to do it for an aid, you're more than welcome to. If you want to do it not for an aid, that'd be fine.
I've only done one action, correct?
Yeah, you have enough actions.
Then yeah, I'll do my lore skill of Duat for to quell them,
Sure.
to quell the spirits.
Quell those things.
Well, the spirits, let
So
them
I
be
just
free.
roll my lore skill. Do you want me to like
Yes.
make the what visibility?
It doesn't matter. It's DC 18. This is a... Oh, I pressed the wrong button again.
I'm gonna do public as character because I think that's the.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Hiya! Why did it say 15 there? That was weird.
So DC's 18 for religion, 13 for lore. That's
Okay.
-5.
So,
So
and then I believe there was also an aid for the next person to do.
no need. This is the end. You succeeded
Oh.
on the last one. Would you like to describe how you and Rahima like balance out the spirits and let them be free from this place?
I think the fact that her halo kind of lets you see into the Duat would aid Rahima.
Yes,
in,
like a conduit sort of thing.
yeah, like aid in like fixating on the spirits to like better like not target them, but you know what I mean. Give a better conduit, so to speak.
Yeah, so like Rahima could be sort of flowing them around her with her like primal powers, and because of your like connection to the Duat, it like helps, maybe not soothe, but like helps the spirits find peace as they flow out of this little passageway.
They're seen. You've been seen.
They seem, yeah.
Absolutely. The magic flows through, dives in between spirits that have tried to desperately escape this place for so long, using Fext as a conduit, and only because of that conduit are they able to be released from his body and out the other side. They flow up through the stairwells in a way, and you would see he begin to shift and twitch and move, and he kind of kneels down for a moment as he feels this presence, and you all watch as it's very clear to you that all of the magic of the reliquary is dying by having the souls leave. Slowly and surely, you begin to watch as the tendrils begin to die down. But he is still a spellscar in this moment. He looks around, though he is calmed, and he looks towards the Heka. The question is, are you willing to give him any to return him to his form?
Rahima would be willing to give up her amount if that is anywhere close to what we need.
How much you got?
I have 50 gold's worth.
50 gold of amber? Okay. As you kind of pull this large chunk out that you got from the Grand Bazaar, and you hold it towards him, you see him like look up towards you in surprise, And you see the hand slowly returning to a normal form as it gets closer and closer to the light. And he will grasp around it, if you allow it.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna pull it away at the last minute.
You would watch as the energy, I apologize, cracks in its amber. You'd see the gold flow onto his skin, and like a thin wreath, this like thin coating like a second skin will flow down his body and reform it for a moment. But you would notice... Yeah, I apologize. You would notice as it kind of rears down and begins to move, it flows up through his body, down across him, and then all at once, the blue, the grays, the mound, the mummy rod of which he has, is in a purge of this strange energy, and the reliquary falling off of his hand and clattering to the ground, empty of all water that it once had. Clattering down and then looking up in surprise is a man. He looks at his hands. He looks around at you all in surprise. And he'd realize as he looks down and he kind of touches at his head. He's here. Where are my horns? What happened? Thank you. And he kind of just stands up and he grabs onto you guys in a surprise. As he like just looks around in shock at this. Do you have any response to him?
Like, Anisette is still holding on to him. She's like, let's go. And it's like, I thought you were a tiefling. Didn't you say you were a tiefling?
I mean, yeah, I had, like, auburn brown skin, and I was... He kind of, like, touches towards... The piercings are still here. Those went away with the water.
Well, I'm glad that the heka worked. You know, that was really, really scary for like a few moments, but you know, this was very, very interesting. I'm really sorry that all of that happened to you. I did not think that that would happen. That was 100% my bad.
It was cold, and it was... I could hear so many people screaming for me to grab you all. Did I? And he looks around, and you guys have physical injury, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It was confusing and cold. Is anyone else cold?
What? No more than usual. Do you feel cold? I like inspect him. Does he seem like worse for wear apart from the lack of his tieflingness?
You take a moment and you realize, tieflings are naturally acclimated to heat, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he just kind of looks around, confused. If you guys want, you can take our 15-minute break.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's best.
I see your pun, Grey Crow. I'm going to break. And we return. As we come back to it, you're in the depths of the second floor and have opened the forbidden, strange doorway at the end that bore Asmara's figure. You would see kneeling on the ground, holding on to a small piece of a column or anything weight or support that's being given to him. Fex looks up, confused as the colors are different, his body's different, and he looks towards the shattered reliquary, which, as you guys look at, has nothing in it. You saw the water, you saw the souls and the like that were around it, but as you look down at the ground, it is dried up and empty. He looks down at his hands for a moment and almost strangely runs his fingers along the top of his own hands. And you see him try to exert for a second. as the four columns in the darkness is around you down in this Nubian ruin, and you see nothing come out of it. He then like blinks, and there's a lot of emotions that comes over his eyes, but in the end he looks up with a soft, pained smile after kind of this weird situation he went into. And again says, "Thank you.
You don't need to thank us. I made a call based on past experiences I should not have. I jumped too much into a... I thought that I knew the answer when I didn't. And that kind of hubris gets you killed, as I'm sure you know. I'm only glad that you're safe."
That was... What was that car? The amber, right? The gift?
Yes. It was, but it is much more worth it to save a life. And we got in.
Thank you. Kind of like looks down at his hands. I'm not really much used to you anymore.
Well, at least you are a free man now.
You think... Looks up at you, Arano. Think Zavara would let me back in?
This is for me. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Outcasts for tieflings.
Jesus Christ.
What's that?
I don't know.
Vex like
I
looks...
said something in a different language. What the fuck, man?
Vex looks down at his hands, and then looks up towards you, Mara, and Anisetta, and says... It's not true, right? The expedition. I was a tiefling. So...
Anisetta kind of looks at Mara, gives like a what's the correct way to phrase this just kind of a like yee face. I'm sure that it can be explained.
Right.
Stranger things have happened from the curses in the pyramids.
Right. Yeah, you're an arbiter, you know. You know if these laws. Has anything happened like this before? Tiefling become not a tiefling? Tiefling people becoming tiefling?
I mean, the reverse has happened, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't always a tiefling. I woke up in a museum, for God's sake.
He takes
Anything's possible.
Takes the support, and if you guys help him up, he'll take it. He seems a bit woozy, like a newborn child with new hands, new feet, new eyes.
I think Anisetta would kind of add on to Mara's point and go, yeah, I didn't always have the kind of just gestures to her head.
What are the chances we find a droplet down here, huh?
Maybe let's not do that again.
He looks at you and then gets a nod and says, yeah. And he will walk with you guys if you guys bring him. Arano, you're looking into a massive chamber. There is blood that has not dried in 2,000 years. inscribed on the ground. Treasures of all shapes and sizes fill this chamber. You see at the middle crux of it, between 4 grand pillars describing a story of grand proportions, the pharaoh, Anubis, the second pharaoh, but mostly all of the columns are surrounded in depictions of all of the members of the Ennead and the Arum, staring at this one spot in the center. Not just Anubis. There is not even an Anubis statue in here. There is blood. There is wealth. At the very end of the room lies 3 things. One is a massive chest, sealed in onyx and red crimson, bearing the mark of Anubis itself, this staring face for a lock at anyone around. To the left of it is a golden sarcophagus with blue trimmings and an eye overtaking the top half rather than any head. To the right is a second golden sarcophagus inlaid with rubies. At the center is not a sarcophagus, but dug into the very earth itself, stone underneath it, not any holdings or the like, as though this room was carved around it, is a gold, beautiful bed. It has a raised edge on all sides as though someone had to crawl and then fall into it. And it is small, very small, with a beautiful symbol of some circular wheel, of some flower of some kind. You'd have to get closer, but you'd recognize it to be some depiction of a miracle. Rahima,
Before we end,
you are badly injured.
just a little. Yeah, that's true. As much as I would really like to go in there right now, can we take like 10 minutes, maybe? Just really quick.
Yeah.
On.
Yes, that's fine.
Would you guys like to take 10 minutes to treat wounds? Mara can give out 10 HP to those that are wounded, I believe.
Yeah. That's for Rahima.
Thank you.
With 10 minutes pass,
That's for Ronald.
I would like a recall knowledge and a seek for anybody in here who's looking while their 10 minutes is passing.
I assume I'll be too busy with.
That's for Anisetta.
God damn it.
Remember, you guys have 2 more hero points. No, you can look over while you're doing these actions if you want to make one roll.
I would like to if I'm not too busy with the healing.
Absolutely not. Go for it. 4d8 around.
said
Recall
it-
knowledge.
You said a seek or a recall knowledge?
It's basically either you're doing investigate or you're doing search. They'll yield different results, depending which one you do. Are you looking for secrets in the room, like relics, artifacts, or like hazards or enemies? Or are you trying to figure out what this chamber is?
I'm gonna seek.
Rahima, that's for you.
For
Thank you very
traps.
much.
I don't know why I didn't proc the healing for.
Arana, don't forget to take.
Oh,
your
I saw
turn.
eternity then. Thank you.
So it was a recall knowledge or a seek?
Yes, the difference between is, am I looking for traps, hazards, or loot within this area? Or am I trying to figure out what this place is?
I'll do a recall knowledge instead of a seek.
Yeah, I did a seek. I'll re-roll it if it's bad.
Yeah, give me a reroll.
I'd re-roll as well as mine if bad. Yes.
Angelique, you don't need to do
Okay.
Angelique, do you have robust health?
Yes. Yes.
When you enter this room, Mara, it is unavoidable. Arana doesn't know what he's looking for, but you see it. At the other end of the room, there is but only one hazard, one warning, one protective seal on this room, and it far out trumps any other trick or trap. You see the two golden sarcophagi. You see that the tops of them are overtaken by a giant eye depicting the sun. They are golden. They are small, unmaintained, but made with purpose. You have no doubt that the golden sun covering the heads of these sarcophagus rather than being a person's death mask means that that represents their golden masks. Those are two unarmed mirages.
Fuck.
They have not been awoken yet. You do not even know if they're in there, but you would recognize two resting places for the Sunstruck. Watching this room.
Great. Good to know my hunch was correct.
However,
Uh-huh.
on the other end of it, Angelique, this isn't a tomb at all. You look around, you see the pillars, you see things watching. You remember the depiction of Asmara being covered mostly of her body. Remember the words being said. You see the symbols on the ground. You see the kind of lipped, like, fall into centerpiece. The blood on the ground like a dedication. Mara, each one of these bloody symbols that have not yet dried are each from hierophants, each dedicating themselves to whatever was in the center of this place. Angelique, this is a nursery.
Nursery?
What the fuck?
I don't see no baby.
Hey, this is a nursery, not a tomb.
A nursery.
That ain't a bed, that's a crib.
Rahima. Mara, you look around and see there's depictions of the Enneads watching over this birth. And it would hit you. There's only one thing that could be being born, or had been born, that the whole of the Ennead was supposed to watch over. Pharaoh. Third. Young. You likely believe this to be the birthplace of the child of Amu, and the Hierophant of Death, Asmara. A secret. Kept away. Hidden.
Just to double check, this is the birthplace of Asmara, is what you're saying, or...
No, this is the birthplace of the third pharaoh. One that is
Right,
unknown
okay.
in history. You believe Asmara was
Right.
the mother.
Right, okay, I see.
But if the Sunstruck are here, then she also should be here. Otherwise, what would they be guarding?
You're right. I fear we'll have to just look around. Mara, you said that you saw, guardians?
She would point at the 2 sarcophagi at the end of the room.
Mm.
Sunstruck. Guardians of the gods. Guardians of the pharaohs. Forces to be reckoned with. On a... I don't know a better word for it. On a biblical scale, these guys are not to be fucked with.
On an Ennead scale.
Oh yeah, on the Enneadical scale, these guys are not to be fucked with.
Right. Okay. Rahima will use her detect magic to see if she can see like a like boundary or like where these guys may be activated. If I don't know.
For sure, you see a veil over the doorway here.
Just the doorway. Okay,
Yes.
the whole doorway. Okay. Right. So there is a veil on the doorway. If we set foot in there, they will activate. Is the problem. Do I see... Oh, pardon.
I'm sorry. What's a sunstruck? You're kind of vexed, kind of.
Okay. GM, you might have to help me out, because I know we talked about it above table.
Oh,
but
sure.
From my remembrance, they are usually the last of their kind, entreated to the pharaoh, and promised eternal life in exchange for eternal service.
Correct. In exchange for their people, to be embalmed and taken along with the Anubian when it is all over. They are...
Oh, important detail I forgot. They're also the best warriors of their kind.
Oh no.
Fext, like, kind of looks confused at this idea, and he says, "They're kind. So, like, an orc?"
Not quite. It's the last of their kind. It's usually a last-ditch effort to save themselves from the ultimate form of extinction. If they promise themselves to the pharaoh, they get to go with the Ennead. They get to live on.
Fext kind of does one of these.
Just, good luck with that.
So there'll be kinds of people we don't even know about in there, huh?
That's what the legends say.
Above table, I'm not breaking the veil. I'm just literally stepping up to be equal to y'all.
Absolutely.
Oh, damn.
They may not be immediately hostile, if I'm being hopeful. I don't think we can entreat with them, though, if memory serves, right, Edamero?
It depends on their hierophant. It depends on who they've been tasked to serve and protect. You would know that the depiction of them when they are pledged to service, TM, which I'm avoiding how they do it because they are entombed in a golden mask and are not to be seen again. Like, their form is not to be seen on the world again. In doing so, oftentimes they're not supposed to speak. That doesn't mean they can't. It also has been 2,000 years, and so you might just find a couple of withered corpses. If they're in there. Because clearly the baby is not in here.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think if it's okay with the party and we're all healed up and as good as we're gonna get, Mario would want to step
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let that be.
I'm sorry. Before we do, I would like to cast guidance on Mara, if that's okay.
Oh,
Okay. As you
I love being guided.
As you walk through the threshold, breaching the barrier, you walk towards the cradle, its crib, made for a pharaoh that Wall did not know existed. When you walk into the room and see the Ennead staring at each of you, immediately, they don't expose themselves, but you watch as the eyes in the sarcophagi alight with sunlight. But it's wrong. It's pale, like a white star. And it flows through the cracks that you can see and illuminates the gems it flows downwards. Mara, as you move up, you see all the various depictions of all these powerful people, and you see within this room riches that were given here untold, all dedicated to the birth of the new divine heir of Amu. You look around, and you see no sign of Asmara. Where are the midwives? Where is the baby? Where is she? What is this container to the north? As you look around and all of you begin to take in this place, the center of the sarcophagi split and open, falling out in two separate manners, stepping, rattling with chains. You would see a dark, completely cloaked figure, 8 feet tall, entombed in a golden mask. The feminine form has a khopesh scythe in both hands, interlinked by a chain that she holds still within her grasp. They stumble forward, awakening after 2,000 years, and you hear a groan of pain and no light behind the eyes of the mask. You can see they immediately almost begin to keel over. It is not difficult to see. They are enfeebled, they are fatigued, they are very, very much suffering from these thousands of years of being entombed. The other one opens, and a larger form slams out. A golden mask barely covering darkened scales, golds and blues and blacks across the form of a decayed, draconic form. This one holds on to a massive blade staff, a hooked khopesh at one end, and on the other, a wing-like, almost scything motion like an axe. Immediately, their eyes glow purple with energy, and they slam to one knee on the ground.
Regr, what are you doing here?
As this happens, and you look around, you hear the one on the left take in a first breath. This one stands tall and whips the chains around. They hit the bottom of the ground and wield the weapons and point them towards the four of you. And you hear her say, "Where is my charge? Where is the air? Intruders, you will face my wrath." As she stamps forward.
Hey.
I don't know if you're in any position for wrath, but hold on. Wait a minute.
The air
Wait a minute.
must be. And she begins to whip the khopesh in a circle, and you'd watch as sand begins to come between the cracks and surround her as though being imbued by magic.
I think in a bid to get her to stop, she would put her hands up. Her weapon is on her back. She's not armed currently. And say, "There is no more air. You've been asleep for thousands of years."
No more air. Murderers. And she lunges forward.
I was about to say I've got my weapon in my hands at this point.
Hey,
I'm already equipped.
Yeah, I mean, the Ennead have moved on, but, go off, Queen.
All right.
There we go.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yep.
It's fucked up. You're gonna make me kill Rage. It's fucked up and evil.
And we're gonna pull. What's loaded with what? Yes. Full ivory. Whoop.
Okay. As we come into it, I'm gonna take the position. Rahima, I assume you're just looking at the cradle and whatnot. It's pristine and clear, but you can feel some energy coming from it, as though clearly the birth happened, but they're nowhere to be found. But you would see this one move forward. This unknown creature of time, the last of her species, takes out the Kopesh in both hands. She spins them around and simply says, "My wrath, even in this form, I could cut down the lot of you." And she will blitz forward in a sudden fury. And she's going to do a Kopesh blitz. She moves up to her speed 2 times and can strike with each of her Kopesh at doing so. She is going to move from here to here. As she comes by, she is going to make 2 strikes. The first one she has to make here against Arano.
Okay.
You hear her arm almost snap as she goes to move it, and it completely makes her whiff as she goes by, but it goes just by your face. And then she's going to make a second attack against Angelique and then continue moving. You should be able to interrupt her. Alright, the second one's going to be a normal hit on Anisetta. That is going to be 17 damage, even with enfeebled.
Ooh. Youch.
As she does a cut across you. She then moves 1 more. That is going to be the reaction strike. You go to swing. Even fatigued and clumsy, a 20 will miss her. So 2 actions spent. She will wheel around. She has Angelique here. She is then going to brandish the blades, take the chain in the center, and begin to swirl them around her. And she is going to use her sand spin. So she is going to be surrounded in a 10-foot emanation of concealment. That is going to go to Anisetta.
I think Anisetta just got quite fucking hit and was in the middle of being like, "Hey, look, we don't want to get slashed in the chest." Starts bleeding and immediately is like, "All right," Force speaks, and is gonna. Not happy about it. Why do I suddenly have a +1 to hit this target? That's odd. I'm at a strike +14. Oh, because of Golden Sash. Never mind. I'm going to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to recall knowledge.
Yeah, go for it.
I probably don't know shit.
But you can see the way that she moves.
I would re-roll it if it's a failure.
You want to re-roll it.
Okay. That is my last. It's not letting me re-roll it.
Just re-roll a new one.
Oh, because it rolled as... That's odd. It rolled as me and not Anisetta. That's odd. I'll do another one.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. You rolled a 19. You failed.
Oh. So I rolled a 19 and I failed?
Yes.
Gotcha. I think she gives it a very deep think, comes up empty-handed.
You do not know who this creature is. They are lost to time. Not only that, you've never fought in... I don't even know if you've heard of the Sunstruck before this moment.
Nope.
Okay.
Mara said Sunstruck, and she immediately, like, gave an eyebrow, like, the fuck is that?
Okay.
Okay. Look. She gets hit. Look, I just want to talk about this, but if you want to fight... she's gonna try to put this in the gut and fire. Barrel stuffer.
Okay. You shoot her in the gut, and you feel no warmth in around her belly or her body.
Oof. 31 with a fatigued -1, and it was only a hit.
Yes.
Hey guys, I'm scared.
As he should be.
You fire this into her gut, and she stares down at you, and she uses the chain, pulls the gun, and redirects it into her heart. It fires, and go ahead and roll me extra 2d6 damage.
Why'd she do that?
So you want me to just hit damage again, or?
No, just roll me 2 more d6, please.
Okay. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Wait.
Vengeance upon the heir's enemies. She takes the extra damage, and then you watch as she begins to imbue her blades. And Angelique, you see crawling down your arm from where you shot, you begin to watch as there's glowing runes of gold. You feel like you've just been marked for something.
Yeah.
She has used her reaction to do this, though.
Yeah, I figured it was good that I got to do that. I think she kind of... Look, we didn't do shit to the air. We got here. This crib was empty when we got here, alright?
What are you speaking in? They are speaking... They are speaking in ancient Danubian, and you're only catching little bits of it by those that are translating.
Oh, fuck, true. She would be speaking common.
You don't think it understands.
Fuck. Can I spend my last action on running through the languages that she knows?
Yeah, you absolutely can. I actually need you to roll me a... There might be... I need to do double back. She has sandstorm growing around her. I need you to roll me a 1, 2, 3,
when I said,
or 4.
oh shit, earlier, I was like, can we double back? Concealment, correct?
Yes, so roll me a d20. You need a 5 or higher. Otherwise, you miss.
I'm not gonna lie.
You're good. You're good.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to.
Miss, now that you know that ability, yeah.
Yeah, but that's too late. It already happened. Yeah, I kind of... Can I spend my last action running through the languages? Every language I know? So she's gonna try... Shit, they don't know common. Aklo. She's gonna say, like, the same thing in Aklo.
Sure.
She's gonna try Dwarven. I assume nothing comes up.
No.
Last one she's gonna try... she's gonna try Empyrean.
You try...
She doesn't know... She does not know what language she's speaking, but she knows... Like, it's like if you knew French, but didn't know that it was called French, but you knew the words.
Yes. You run through all these and you just see nothing behind the mask twitch. You see this 8-foot tall dual Kopesh wielding creature just staring down at you and has no reaction, no care for your words, and has seemingly deemed you something. Even though they are clumsy and fatigued, they are going to kill you.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
I tried, guys.
Arano, that goes to you. Beautiful. You make a sudden charge, and only because she is fatigued does a 24 hit her. Oh, yeah, for the sandstorm. You're muted, by the way, if you don't know.
I'm just not saying anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, sounds good. Be 9 damage as she's cut into, and taunting strike. Okay. Then it will be a secondary miss. I need the taunt to pop up so I can give her the debuff. All right. That is going to go to, if that's everything, doing a massive chop in the side of her. That'll go to Rahima.
Okie dokie. This other guy that is in the other.
Yeah, weird character there, dude. Who's that?
Yeah, I don't know. He looks pretty cool though. I don't know.
You can see it
is
there.
making- Oh, pardon.
I apologize. I was going to give you a better description for a moment.
Is it?
He clearly looks like he is in the same way that he has a golden mask placed over his face, right? Golden armor, just like the other one. But you can tell that all of the clothing has decayed. So, like, he's mostly exposed. That does not seem to be by design. That seems to be from time itself. And, like, wounds and slashing. They don't seem to ever have made him a second costume, if you will. Go ahead and give me a sense motive.
We gonna
I
be
would
fighting
love
this guy naked? What the hell?
Dick out, cheek.
I was about to say, his cock is out.
Where your clothes at?
He's got his armor. He just doesn't have the cloth covering, like, his skin, his scales. Rahima, you look at him, and he's looking at the other Sunstruck, and he's looking between. Oh, my apologies. I pressed the wrong button because it's. Oh, it's fucking in the way. Okay, hold on. He looks between the both of you, and he looks at you all, and he is like on one knee, slowly standing up, and he flips the blade staff to the side and begins to do this kind of like watching of you all. You think that he either doesn't believe this is his fight, or he is letting this one do their thing, as though it would be wrong of him to interrupt their fight.
I see. Okay.
You do not know the purpose of why, but he seems to be letting this Sunstruck fight you.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. I am thinking on whether or not I call out to him to see. Yeah, Rahima will. It was the sense motive one action, I assume.
One action, yes.
Okay. And will trying to talk to this guy. I assume that would be another.
No, you can banter. Banter is a real rule in Pathfinder.
Oh, true. Banter's a free action. All right, yeah, Rahima will call out to him. Please, can you call off the other one? We aren't here to fight. We didn't do anything to the air. We don't know where he is.
You would, if you want to try to sway their personality, like that would be an action. Like it would be a request. But if you're okay with just getting a response from him, then I'll leave it as is.
I'm okay with getting a response from him. I feel as though I know the answer.
You see the head lumber left and right before, in Ancient Danubian, though, you can piece out what it's saying. You hear it say, "This is not my battle. This," and they point towards the other one, "seeks to prove itself."
Okay, in that case, then I will cast. Oh, damn, it's a touch. And I do not have Hauke being able to do that. I shall. Is Thunderstrike? Is that just a single thing?
It's a yeah.
Yeah. It's a fuck you in particular. I see.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to Thunderstrike.
Yeah,
This other one there.
they're wearing metal armor too, so. It is a save. You gotta cast it.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
That's okay. It is also concealed, so it's probably gonna roll you. Yeah. Just okay. All right, perfect. Okay, it's gonna be a reflex save from him. She'll get a 27.
Ouch. All right.
And then that damages the 8 up there. She'll take half.
And she's clumsied.
Yeah. I think that'll up her clumsy by 1 to clumsy 2 as the electrify goes across the gold in the armor, and you see the jewelry that she's beautifully. But you notice completely unbarren of wounds, no scars, no marks on her armor or her cloak. But you give her her first wound as it kind of goes across on top of the gunshot that was dealt towards her chest and Arano's slash. You burn away at some of it and you begin to see this beautiful pale hair that's running down the side of her neck.
Alrighty, well that's my turn, and can Hauke do anything? No, he can't really. That'll be my turn.
Okay, that'll go to Mara.
Okay. I would like to recall knowledge on if I know who this is a sunstruck of.
You got it.
Maybe I can entreat to them.
I think you immediately pick up on it because of your lore skill that you have there. Okay. I will tell you this. You pick up on this from what she said to you guys, and also her immediate anger at them being missing. You believe that this is the new, completely fresh, never faced battle kind of thing, sunstruck of the divine heir, of a moose child.
Oh.
And is likely incredibly angry that the child is gone. They don't seem to know where it's went.
Gotcha. So nothing we can actually say would probably matter here, because we don't know where the child is either.
Correct. It's very difficult to try to get them to, especially because they're a fresh sunstruck, right? They're looking to protect as much as possible because they just made their oath. If you're willing to, if you want, I'll give you that because of that. Do you want to, because of your lore skill that you made, I'll let you ask me anything about their sheet. I got the bestiary tracker up.
Let's see. I would like to know... What would I like to know? Do they have any weaknesses?
No, but I'll give you something better as well. You see them moving around. You see them lumbering, right? You've heard no exertion. And you don't think that's because they're, per se, like, that good in battle. You saw the light, that pale light that came in. They're not alive. They're undead.
Oh.
These ones have been brought back temporarily for their purpose.
Gotcha. Which means they might be affected by vitality.
Correct. So I can't give you a weakness, but you do figure out that they are undead, and likely that's why they're clumsy and moving around. They're not used to this form.
Gotcha. Okay, alright, okay.
Likely think it's also what's driving her a little bit crazy.
I mean, yeah, you know, if I was forced to sleep in the same position for 2,000 years, I too would be a little cranky.
That's why the other one fell out kneeling. His leg fell asleep.
Yeah, he was like, ah.
Heavens! Yeah, he's got the static TV thing going on right now.
Yeah.
He's just playing it off real nice.
That has actually happened to me. I have fallen.
Yeah. No, same. Same here. Second action, I'm gonna move here. And just to make sure with the Euclidean movement. Okay, yes, I am still.
Good.
10 feet. So I am still within poking distance. And poke I will. Oh, I can only do one. Oopsie. Ooh. Ka-chow. Wait, did I just roll damage? I did. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. Oh no, I
that
didn't.
was the what's it called?
Right, concealment. I see. Okay.
You have 2 more hero points. Because the break.
I think I don't know if I used both or I don't actually know if I added them. I'm gonna be so for real. I know I used one after the break.
I think you've only used one. If you want to use your last one, you can make this a hit.
Okay, yeah, I would like to if that's okay.
Sure, roll me damage.
Yippee! Ka-chow. Oh! Ignore that extra 2. Barrow's Edge is not what I have on right now.
Sure.
Should just be 15.
15 damage? You got it. They take a large chunk as you skewer into their stomach, and you feel the cold flesh underneath. They very much are life. You can tell that there's like this very thin form that's moving around underneath the cloak. But you clack against bone, and you hear the sound of metal.
Oh.
You're not really sure what this creature is.
Yeah. I think, as a last ditch, an Anubian Mara would just growl that we have no knowledge of the air. The air has been gone long before we were ever even alive.
You would hear them respond, then as it comes around to their turn in a second here, they would say, "Then you are intruders, and you must die."
It's always death with you, motherfuckers.
You would hear this figure just kind of slowly stand up, and it only seems to have 20-foot movement, as opposed to this other one that's very fast. And they just kind of begin to move up towards you, Rahima.
Hey! Hey!
And they are going to move over, use their 2 actions to do that, and they're going to check inside the crib for something. They look left, they look right, and then they look around the room as though getting their bearings for the first time in a very long time. And you hear him just say, under their, like kind of out loud into the air, ancient Anubian for the word, "Thank you," to somebody. That's their turn. On the other side of it, the atrophied Nubian Sunstruck of the Divine Heir is pretty upset the Divine Heir is not here, by the way. They are going to target Angelique, because Angelique was the one who struck them last with that first hit to go into Vengeance. So they're going to bring down a Kopesh on you. For a hit, and they're going to have extra damage thanks to Strike. They're also going to be knocked off guard by the taunt. I'm going to take 21 damage, Angelique, and you're going to take an extra 2 spirit damage from the Vengeance for you striking her.
I don't have any particular weakness to spirit, would I?
No. She then turns to Arano, brings down a blade, and you would see focuses for a moment as the sandstorm dissipates. And she's going to use 2 actions to use Intimidating Strike. Oof. Okay, that's a miss. Alright, she swings past you and you hear the chain rattle as she goes for a twin strike on you to hook into your back. And you barely, Arano, bring up your shoulder and the giant blade of flint edge, and it catches on the hooks at the end of the Kopesh. And she kind of leers over it to get a good look at you as she seemingly is cutting down Angelique with no problem, but she like stops for a moment to measure your defenses, whereas she was just swinging at the mostly unarmored but fast Angelique. That would be her turn, as I will remove the concealment.
Oh, I can fucking see. I am going to devise a stratagem.
A concerted effort. You know that this is going to be a critical strike, as she has turned her head away from you into Arano.
Yeah, she just really. I think. Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I think Anisetta would recognize she moved my gun to her heart
Yes.
when I pulled the trigger. It barely did anything, and she took that and smacked me back with it. So I don't think she's going to pull the trigger. So I'm going to do a skill stratagem.
Okay. Not going for the
I
natural
know.
20. That's impressive.
I mean, but I know I have a natural 20 locked and loaded for my next anything check.
Yeah, you can get a good recon knowledge, get two free things about her if you wanted to, or you could attempt to trip her, or do whatever you want to do.
I'm thinking. Sorry. I think.
You're welcome to ask your teammates. Pathfinder's a team battle.
Yeah. What do you guys think? I was thinking of doing something charisma based, but I'm not sure, man. I got a crit. Whatever it is I do next will critically succeed. Because it was a natural 20.
Honestly, I'm of a mind that you just attack her because you do so much damage.
Yeah,
But
your crits are
crits.
insane. Like,
This-
honestly, she's already injured. I would just go straight for the fucking
Yeah,
face
honestly,
roll.
yeah, I think. Okay. I think spying that, like, she willingly took it to the heart. I think she's. You cannot perform this action because Ivory's. Oh, that's fine. I just next chamber. It doesn't have to be. There we go. It doesn't have to be the very next action. And then she is going to. I think taking advantage of the moment where she looks away. It's okay. There was a moment where you were prepared to get shot in the heart. What about one where you're not?
Okay, angle it when she's looking away.
Yeah.
Go for it. Give me that critical strike. Brutal. Okay, that's going to be 21
Rolls,
damage to her.
21.
That's fine. She takes it through the chest and it goes out the other side and then bounces off the wall. And you see her slowly look down. She is undead, so you can tell that she doesn't feel pain, but she just slowly looks down towards you, reassessing the threat that you did that much damage.
I think, like, bloodied. She's just like, listen. Says some bullshit,
Yeah.
which just bounces off. That was devise, that was strike. I can now no longer strike, correct? Oh no, I can still strike.
She is going to use her vengeance again on you. Roll me an extra
Yep.
2d6 damage. This is not affected by crits. However, she has already vengeanced you once.
So, guys, here's something really fun. I have 8 health. That's why
Okay,
I
so
was
that's
so
awesome.
like. That's why
Yeah,
I was
that's
so
not
like.
She would take an
think I'm
extra
gonna-
5 from the crit. Okay.
Okay, go on if you had any more to say.
Destructive Vengeance, on its second proc, deals the damage back to you as well. You take 5 damage. And when...
So I imagine
Yeah, go ahead.
pulls the trigger, fires it, and then a phantom bullet you see fly out of Anisetta's back through her chest.
The wounds that were created on her mirror onto you for a moment as this blessing that surrounds her power, flares out. What do you do with, I think that's your full turn, right?
It was devise. Hang on.
Devise, reload, shot.
Devise, reload, shot. I was about to rack in tours because I forgot I did the reload.
It's okay.
That's my turn, everybody. I've got 3 health.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Are we still? I thought the concealment went away.
No, I don't know why there's a concealment proc. There shouldn't be.
Weird.
Let me try something. Hold on. All right. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay.
There's that.
15 damage and a taunt. You got it. You cut into the side of her and chunk down, and finally you begin to see her body beginning to move with a bit of slow. She is bloodied. Barrow's edge begins to rattle more.
Yippee.
All right, and a shove away. This way.
Yep.
Kind of pinging her off the side of the pillar as you take her full attention off of Angelique, and you move into the space ahead.
So that
Out
was
of my
one,
reach.
two. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to make a barrier here.
You could go like get there. I think. I think if you just move one space up. Yeah, she's within 10 feet if you go here.
Oh no, don't worry, I got this. But movement actions.
Movement.
I am going to reroll that with a. Is it possible to make that a success?
It
I guess
is.
that's telling. Okay, then I would do that option.
Very well. Staring her down, kind of meeting the eyes, as she is chopped once, chopped twice, you finally make her falter for a moment, and in that case, you press the attack, and you see her finally meeting face to face with a combatant in melee that she cannot just ignore. At this, she's going to get frightened one, and her off guard goes away. All right, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Rahima, it goes to you. I think their clumsy comes off at the end of your turn or the beginning of your turn?
I believe at the beginning of my turn. I will double check.
And that thunder strike. Yeah.
But it just says for one round.
So it'll be the end of your turn.
Okay. Alrighty then. I think what we do is Blood Ward on oh, I didn't refocus. I'm quite silly. Ooh, and Shattering Gem is still touch. It has not changed. Let's. I'm kind of tempted just to slash and gust her.
Cantrips always do good damage. They level up with you.
They do. They do. I don't know if bleed will be anything, but we'll see. I just don't want to get too close, to be honest.
Huh.
Absolutely. 30 will hit. Alright, she'll take 8
A
damage.
19 on the die only being a hit is crazy.
They're tough cookies. Even atrophied.
Yeah, it's
Probably
scary,
AC 25
bro.
or 26.
I think it's higher than that.
You slash through some of her clothes, Rahima, and you would see kind of like just this weird amalgamated blackened blood hit the ground. Yeah, one more action, I think, right?
And I do. We will do Murmuration. And the target for her not being able to get closer is Angelique.
She will succeed, so she would take half the damage. All right, so it would just be piercing or sonic. Are you designating sonic or piercing?
Let's do piercing.
Okay, sounds good. That's gonna go to Mara.
Okay. So badly injured. you guys seem to have that well in hand. I'm a little worried about homeboy sneaking in over here. I'm wondering if I shouldn't go stand in his way before he fucking stabs Rahima in the back.
I would.
He did seem pretty content just to let us hash this out with her when I sense motived him.
Yeah, but then he started approaching menacingly, so I'm a little scared. I guess we'll
That's
find
fair
out.
enough.
Guess we'll find out. I, for my first action, am gonna jingle my jangles.
Oh, jangling
Why did I
dash! I don't know why it's
I
giving her
didn't-
concealed. There shouldn't be a conceal.
It's not even like against her either. Like
Yeah, it's weird.
Anyway, I'm gonna jingle my jangles. So I now have 30-foot movement speed
Perfect.
for 1 minute. Pog dog frog. I'm gonna do a little scoot to boot here, 25 feet, so we can get some flankerinos going.
Damn good flank.
And I am going to make an attempt to trip, which I think I have to let go of my weapon for, which is fine. One-handed. Trip. Is it agile if it's not with your weapon, right?
Correct.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, well.
Her reflex seems incredibly high.
I'm gonna try again. It's important to me that I get this.
No matter what, you're giving off guard to Arano.
Mhm. Oh gosh, I just had an error for everything. Sequencer effect manager.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, she will run the chains, and with a critical fail, she was knock you prone instead. The sweep.
Hell yeah, dude.
But you do give off guard on the flank no matter what from this position. That will be to the Sunstruck of Asmara, who will begin to look around the room and is going to make a seek. Okay. He's going to look around and he's going to look at Rahima and Mara. You both were able to speak in a language that they understood, right?
I have rudimentary Anubian, yeah.
Okay. Rahima, he looks at you and says, Did you kill us, Mara?
No.
They turn and they look at Mara. Are you a worshipper of Anubis?
I am.
They just nod and they'll end their turn. In the middle of this grand battle, you would see that this one is going to flip around. They've lost their clumsy at this point, and they are going to bring down the Kopesh on Arano. So Arano is going to be a strike, but now that they are getting low, they're going to go for a big ol' intimidate. No, they're going to go for a normal strike on you first. Be a critical hit with a 32, and they're going to be able to use their hook here. So you are going to take 28 damage, Arano, as they catch it into your back. You see them flip, and you'd see the hooked end of their blade will swap under you, and they're going to then trip you. They get a free trip as a free action right now. We're getting a crit on you. Rip. Of which they will unfortunately fail. They will then bring up the blade, and they're going to swing at you again. For a 21 for a hit. Dealing an extra 18 damage. All right, as they swing around the chain blade, they will hit you in the back, go to trip you, and then stab you in the chest. And Arano, I think you go unconscious, right?
Yep.
All right, down to dying one. They then go to stab at this combatant. They stop, and they turn around, and Mara, they swing on you.
-1 circumstance bonus, and they're off guard.
Correct. Taunt. And then swing. Oof, 15. They will miss even with map 10. All right, that's going to go to the taunt proc, and they're going to get knocked off guard even though there is no
Don't
longer
forget
a
to move
flank.
me.
Oh, you're correct. Yes. So you're going to go right here. Angelique, that goes to you.
What? Remind me, Adamara, what is the action economy for giving somebody a potion?
Is it in your hand?
No.
You have to take one action to draw it. If your hands are full, you have to put one action to either... You can free action drop something on the ground, but one action to draw, then one action to imbibe.
Okay. Well, I already have a free and open hand. So I'm going to one action draw this healing potion. Lesser. I am okay.
No idea why it's rolling concealment. I apologize.
Yeah, that is... Oh, because I still have her targeted. I don't know
Oh.
why she's giving concealed.
Neither do I.
And then with my second action, I will give it to Arano. I will imbibe it on Arano.
Is there potion sickness in this game?
Nope.
Okay, because I see the icon.
That's your bonus to saving throws against diseases.
Gotcha.
So how do I do this? Do I click use targeting like Arano and then...
You can just hit the 2d8 plus 5.
Okay. Hiya.
I think use would take it out of inventory, right?
Correct.
Yep.
So I'll do that and then...
And then hit you. Damn!
Good roll.
Good roll indeed.
2d8 plus 5 for you. So that was action to draw, action to use. I'm gonna hit use now to say it's no longer in my inventory. I do not know why I did that.
Okay, so it did roll.
Ignore it.
Good thing it's not bad. All right.
Okay. With my last action, she is straight up.
Yeah.
Hit the brakes.
Hit the brakes.
Yeah.
She is
Hit the
she is
brakes.
going to not only stumble past. Now, to be clear, Idamera, before I do this, she is not walking hostilely at this man.
Okay.
She's actually just going to walk, and then she's just going to keep looking over there, almost like if he's like leaning on the side of the crib, she is now leaning on it next to him.
You guys are like sharing a cigarette right
just
now.
Like settles in next to him.
You see like a purple light on your shoulder as you see him look down at you, but you don't like look at him.
Oh, she absolutely like gives a look at him and just kind of like, because she's like, she can notice this guy's not joining the combat and has been doesn't understand the language, but has been hearing him like talk to you two, and so it's like, well, he doesn't seem to be.
When you
Fuck it.
approached him and like you turned towards him and give a nod, you noticed that his breath was beginning to exude a miasma, as though he was going to use a breath weapon. Whenever you started running up on him, and then like the moment you stopped and like turned, you see he just kind of like the chuff of like this low like within his chest just dims, and then he just like looks back towards the fight.
Just kind of like leaning on the fence, yeah, like the picture. Damn, she's tough. They're tough. Doesn't know the language.
Just talking to him.
To rage we are. This was essentially somebody coming beside you, leaning on the fence, looking at him, nodding, and then going, "Buh."
That's the fucking emotion she's feeling. It's like, "Whoa."
Rahima.
buzz exchanged. I will slashing gust, and I'm using one action to maintain murmuration.
Sounds good. If she moves, you get to do damage. All right, give me a slashing gust. She's off guard. Oh, won't do. Oh my god, that's just the fucking concealment. Ignore the concealment. I don't know what's happening.
Yep. It's. Oh no. Am I able to use a hero point here?
Yeah,
or
to make
do
it a success, or do you want to re-roll it?
No, I'll make it a 6.
That'll hit.
I will be honest, I as much as I would like to place my luck in the heart of the cards, I don't think I'm getting it today.
All right, you slash another chunk of blackened flesh down onto the ground.
Alright, that's my turn.
All right. Mara, that goes to you.
It does. I am just one moment. Something important I'm doing.
Ah,
Just one moment.
no worries. Take your time.
It's so important that I do this right now. There you go.
Bug exchange.
I keep that
That's
shit on me.
Exchange. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You see this
Bug.
dual chain Kopesh wielder like spin it around, and she clearly holds them up, and she's gonna like bring it on your neck. The chance she gets.
Yeah, well, you should have done it while I was on the floor, because I'm gonna stand up. I'm looking.
No reactive
Looking
strike.
left and looking right. Hell yeah! Woohoo! All right. Next action. Beans. What do I have right now? Victor's Wreath? Okay.
Shit.
Alright, one second. I promise I plan this out. I promise. Okay. So I know that there is no checks being done. I know she did. Stop it. But I want it so I can use Radiance on Arano. So if anybody's got a saving throw to do, by all means, whatever. Yeah, do it. I'm gonna swap to Barrow's Edge. And I'm gonna try and hit her. Please. Turns out saying please is what works.
That's a hit.
And you did say Barrow's Edge was active.
It's rattling. Yeah, it's rattling. She is growing weak.
Okay. This is just base Barrow's Edge. This isn't the big one.
Yeah. I mean, this bitch has taken well over 110 damage, so.
I mean, yeah, I expect nothing less from a Sunstruck.
Is Barrow Edge is on though, right?
It's on, but I thought that I had to spark Transcendence to get the big boy damage, or am I wrong?
No, that's just his passive.
Oh shit. Okay,
Be 4
well
more?
in that case, that would be yes, 4 more fire damage.
Sounds good. So she's gonna take 15 damage from the blow. She looks weakened. Any normal person would stop this fight right here, right now. She does not. She doesn't even seem to be caring that she's starting to lose function in her leg, her arm, the chain spinning around her. She is actually going to encourage you to do more damage to her with her Destructive Vengeance.
Great. 2d6.
2d6, yeah.
Fuck. I'm scared.
It'll deal it to her and to you.
Okay.
So 9 damage more to her. She takes it,
Ow.
and she takes the 9.
Sick. And I think that's all 3 actions. Yeah, I got up, I... Wait. Yeah,
Oh.
no. I got up, I healed Arano, and then I struck, so I'm good. Yep.
Sounds good. You would hear from this Braidriar, which you would know from the legends, of course. Mara, you would just hear under the breath say, "The honor is found." And there's just a tip of the head, and as though something is coming. Arano, you awaken with the taste of the elixir on your breath. This person is a fiend in combat. However, their back is turned to you.
I scrape my blade off the ground. I drag myself up off the ground. And You're gonna finish it. Finish it.
Oof, that's a miss.
But what if it wasn't? What if it wasn't?
I think
I don't have any more.
Yeah, I think Arano's out.
I've already used my recap point earlier.
Is it within D4 range or no?
No, even
It was within D4 range.
a 17.
17 was because of all of the fucking extra
Oh,
things.
the debuffs that she's got.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
I'll donate a D4 if you still want it.
I got it.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. Shoot, I got sniped.
Pal. 20.
20. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Oh,
One under,
Is
damn.
one under.
Damn.
What if I donated another D?
What if I donated a D1?
Yeah.
But Arano, you still got another strike.
No, I don't.
Man.
Oh, you don't. Right.
Because it was
Stand
an
up.
action to
All that
pick the
stuff.
Weapon, action to stand up.
You get the taunt at the very least. Okay. She is going to immediately use Kopesh Blitz. With Destructive Vengeance.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So does that have?
There you go.
Strides up to their speed. Does it technically be considered a movement action before the attacks happen?
Yes, because there is a stride happening here.
Interesting.
Woohoo!
I don't know if it would apply before the attacks are made, but I think in this moment you would see her. She would turn, spin, attack Mara, and then she avoids you as she goes to move around Mara in that moment. In doing so, go ahead and make me your damage. Okay, she's gonna get her last swing off on Mara. Kind of the middle of the ground here, you know.
Oh, I'm a fool.
Oh,
I hit her with Serpent's Hunger last turn. Because I forgot I was one-handing Kibet.
oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Um,
The damage was all kosher. I don't know if she has a reaction to that or not.
I think she wouldn't recognize it. You don't notice that she takes the hit and she looks down confused at this fang being used, but there's no interaction with her body. You're good.
Interesting.
16 damage is dealt to you, and how do you want to finish her off, Arano?
I think there's this simultaneous moment where my first big overhead taunting swing is deflected and blocked, and I just loop around like coming back for another swing with a chopping axe when you're doing a log.
Oof.
And right at the trapezius on the right side, and just carve all the way down to the bottom left at the hip.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Carving downwards, you would hear this low groan as she falls down to one knee. And as she begins to buckle, she just kind of looks up towards the air with a golden mask facing straight upwards as she is taken out in her form, in her weakness. And she lets out a... See you again. And she will fall down, clattering with her blades scattering onto the floor. You, in this moment, hear a and then a ting from the side of the bladed Kopesh staff from the other Sunstruck, and you would see them point. You'd hear like the and they would begin to kind of make this movement of walking here, and
Ooh.
you would hear him say in ancient Anubian, "Are you sated?"
Are we sated?
Is that a question you ask him?
Yes.
He'd say,
Like, clarifying.
he gestures to the room. Have you found what you seek?
We were seeking the words of Asmara. We did not know that this was here.
He will break initiative if you guys are willing to.
Yeah.
Yes. For some reason, like the music stopped, and I was like, "Oh no!
Oh no!
God."
Oh no! Oh lord! Yeah.
Phase
Dude,
transition.
phase 2 just started.
Yeah.
Seek the words of Asmara? Well, you better get the fists of Asmara.
You would see this figure kind of like move about. Hear you say that, and then nod. There's like a pause before they gesture down towards the dead Sunstruck, like the recently once again deceased, and you would see Rahima. It says, "I will tell you what you wish to know, but do not remove her mask."
We will not.
Bows ahead. He sits in front of the cradle. Who are you?
I am Rahima Sunseeker. And we'll look and see if anyone else introduces themselves.
Mara Nubasath.
I think Anisetta holsters the gun. Anisetta LaRue.
Through context clues, I understand what is being asked of, I guess.
Yeah. I only realized it after I said it.
I imagine Mara would be translating if Rahima is not, for the sake of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Arano still has his sword over his shoulder. He is not sheathing it just yet. Arano.
Your common is poor.
Damn.
Are you? You see there's like a delay for like he's trying to think of a word that's not complicated.
Try to keep it monosyllabic for us.
Correct. There's like a pause before he goes. Are you unknown of language?
Your language is no longer common in these lands.
The eyes almost light up as you say this, with like a surprise. What are you?
Well, I am not a Nubian.
What are you?
I am an orc.
Orc. They nod as though, okay.
Mhm.
They point at Anisetta. Are you orc?
He's asking me if I'm an orc? No.
She like thinks Rahima like hits a thing. She is human.
I don't know what the fuck I am.
I mean, it's close enough. I don't know. I don't really know.
There's a nod. Human. Points at Arano. Orc.
Tiefling.
Tiefling. Points at you, Mara. You are not a Nubian, but you have Anubis name.
I was a priestess in his service.
He is here.
Oh. I don't know.
Continue. You were gonna.
The moment could have passed, but she would continue saying that as far as we know, the Ennead are long gone.
The great movement worked.
Mara would know it was not as planned, obviously, right? Or is that not knowledge that we have yet?
You do know that the gates were closed early and some were trapped on the other side, and that there was complications. You'd learned that from everything with APEP South and whatnot. But you know that a majority of the Ennead has moved on, and that it is believed everybody else has also done so. But there are some
Gotcha.
remnants.
I think she would impart that most of the Ennead has moved on. The gate was closed early. Some were left behind, and she does not know if Anubis is one of them.
There's it takes a moment as he's taking in your Nubian, as you say this, tries to parse it, then nods, and then they point to themselves with a claw. Vitriar, Sunstruck of Asmara, last of the Scalebound.
Thank you for not attacking us. I am sorry that we had to kill your companion.
He looks kind of confused. Kill?
Oh, are they...
A Sunstruck never ends its service.
I see.
Is the Pharaoh here? Did he move on?
He was here at one point, from what I could tell. But where he is now, we do not know.
Where is the Ankh of life?
Sorry, let me just...
That was here? The Ankh of Life was here?
He seems to be having that open-endedly. You don't know exactly. He's just asking where it is.
Oh.
From what we know, inside of Ankara, the pyramid.
It remains here.
On this plane, this world?
It did not move with the Ennead.
We do not know, but to our knowledge, no.
How do you know of Ankara?
I was able to solve the. Rima like tries to remember like the proper Anubian terms. The puzzle to raise it from this end.
It has been raised. It had a way to raise it.
Yes, it did.
What is in it now?
We do not know. No one has been able to get in. That is why we are seeking Asmara's word. It is needed to open the door.
You must not open the door.
Why not?
Shakes his head, as though he doesn't have the words for it, but says, Doom.
Sands of Doom?
Something in there will be unleashed?
He shakes his head. I do not know. But if you are here, Orc is here, Tiefling is here, Anubis worship exists, human is here. Leave the pyramid. Return to your home.
But the pyramid, it could have items to help people, no?
The world. Your people. There are more?
Yes.
Help each other.
The world, are you aware of the cursed sand?
He shakes the head. And he says, I was supposed to remain dead. I asked Asmara to leave me here, to end my service. She was always the kindest. She fulfilled her promise. I did not wish to go with my people onto the Ennead. I wish to remain behind in shame.
For what reason does a sunstruck feel shame?
I was one of the first. I have seen many people. Not orc, not human, not tiefling. Not just my own. Slaughtered. I killed many. I have seen that death and life mean nothing to the Ennead. I wished to stay. I wished for meaning in death.
Life and death on our world is broken. We seek ways to repair it. That is why we must find the word of Asmara. That is why we must open the pyramid.
He turns around, and he begins to move towards the chest. Seems to want you all to follow.
Scary.
And before he opens it,
I'm gonna blow up.
we're going 20 minutes over at this rate. How are we feeling, gang?
I'm tired. I
Me
wanna
too.
go to bed.
Okay. You see Radriar put a hand on the chest. The head of Anubis is split open, and he opens this. You will find her words within. This once contained the jar of Onyxian power. I believe she took it with her to the pyramid, as well as the child. As you look into it, you see nothing, save 2 scroll tubes and some bones. He then turns back towards you. I wish to know of your world, but first, I am bound to make sure Asmara is safe. Where is she? That's we're gonna come back next week.
Yippee!
Hooray!
Here, I'm tired, boss. I'm tired.
I'm
tired,
tired, Grandpa.
out, man.
That's okay.
I would keep going if I could, but this was a tough one.
So what I'll do is I'll say this as we come back into it, and we're gonna come back next week for more cool lore, more fun stuff, more all that. Is a big box fight. I cannot say that you will do it this session per se, but I will say that prepare yourselves for level 5.
Hooray!
Hooray!
You just need to get a night's rest in.
Cool.
In either case, though, I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you guys so much for playing. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there. Thank you guys for beating up that boss. I was really worried. Luckily, you guys had good rolls. She didn't have such great rolls at the start, so you guys were able to kick off pretty well. And I'm super excited for us to jump in next week. Yeah, there we go. Gotta get Fex new art. There we go. That poor human. Hey, he's hiding. He don't want nothing to do. He hear all the combat in there. He's like, no.
I lost all my powers. I'm not even a tiefling anymore. Like, I can't do anything.
I don't want to do any of that. Lots of lore implications on that front, huh?
I had to actively resist saying the implications
They're
are
astounding. Yeah, what's a scale bound? We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
But in any case,
That one game.
that got yeah. But we will come back next week, and thank you guys so much for playing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll